heard a squish?
And Rosenberg.
Shake gently to assure complete activation. Hello.
This isn't North Dakota. This is New York.
This is Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
The best threesome I've ever heard.
On ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
You bet your race. It's that. Welcome to the program. Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg on a Friday. You know, there's nothing like a Rosenberg in studio alone on a Friday. You know why there's nothing like it? Because I think it's literally never happened.
Never happened.
And here is where we are. I am in New York City in the illustrious Good Karma ESPN New York studios. Donald LaGreca, I believe, is at The Rock in Newark, New Jersey.
Yes, I am.
And Alan Hahn is at an undisclosed location in New Hampshire. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Live free or die.
That's right, baby. That's what we're doing today.
Yeah, right we are.
We're living free.
I'm
In fact, I have a hoodie on. Can't say I have anything more than that.
Wow.
Really?
Just letting you know.
Let it swing, my friend.
That's what we do here. Come on, it's a hotel room.
He's got the bare bottom hoodie.
It's freedom. It's a Freedom Friday, if you will. Let it all be free.
I like it.
I'm still a little. Nothing worse, Don, than starting your football weekend when you had like a little hankering for a Thursday night action. You kind of forgot and didn't do it, and then it covers. It's a very irritating feeling.
Wait a minute. You were given opportunities. Don't make it seem like you forgot and didn't do it. You didn't have the guts.
No.
I asked you a couple of times.
We brought it up once, and I said I had a feeling. I meant to get back to it, and I didn't do it.
Is that
Donnie, once?
Why would I lie to you guys?
Seriously.
We brought it up several times yesterday.
Well, several strong. Let's all be honest, all right? Let's take a step back, all right? Let's start over. 3, 2, 1.
Let's be good.
At least I would say the over-under's 1.5. I would say
I'm taking
I'd go
the over.
We had 2. Definitely in the very beginning of the show, and then we brought it back, and we both agreed, Peter, I thought on the air, that we just can't have faith in the Chargers because we've been burned by them.
But I said I sort of liked the same thing I liked last week, which is the bounce-back spot for the Chargers.
You did say that.
And then I was you could call it gutless.
You were gutless.
You could say gutless. You could say I forgot. Whatever version. I'm either dumb or gutless. Neither's fantastic.
It sort of does not reek of conviction.
Mm-mm.
Well, all I know is when I got home, the game hadn't started, obviously, at 7:30. I'm like, I forgot to put the pick in. I like the Chargers. Turn on the game. And then I start rooting against them. Then you want to be wrong.
Yeah.
And I wasn't.
You were active in the group chat for a minute, just talking about how you were beating yourself up over it.
Yeah.
Well, we had debated this on the K show for a while. I'm cool with in situations like that. If you text us and then you tweet it out, we could allow it as long as it's before kickoff. Michael was very adamant. No, had to be on the show. Dead by 7 or 6:30 whenever we were off. But I'd be willing in those moments.
Oh, I think so. I
agree. We trust each other, and once it's up on Twitter, the world then knows it's timestamped before kickoff.
But
so
it's not ideal because we want to do it for our listening audience, for our YouTube audience,
but
for people
it just
that are with us.
It gives you a little bit of a parachute in moments where maybe you do forget or we don't get to it because it's a big sports day or whatever. Something to consider because we trust each other and we care about each other. That was not always the case in the previous show.
Oh, wow.
No, well, listen, we have a lot of freedom here, and there is a lot to talk about today. You have a World Series that's starting tonight. You got the hockey of it all, of course. You got the Knicks with a big game against the Celtics trying to go 2-0. There's more Aaron Glenn doing Aaron Glenn things that we'll get to because we like torture. But, Don, we were talking before the show. How do you not come out of the gate on a football Friday talking about the New York Giants, who, in spite of a horribly disappointing game last week against Denver, have an opportunity to get right and sweep the Philadelphia Eagles? It seems like that is the story of the weekend in New York sports.
Well, the whole reason that we're here with this team and believe in this team is because of a win against Philadelphia on Thursday Night Football a couple of weeks ago. That's where we're here. It's nothing to do with the Charger win. Has nothing to do with how they played against Dallas and almost beating the Saints. It really comes down to, hey, they beat Philadelphia, a team they never beat in a big spot. Never went on national television, never went on Thursday, and Dart played well. And then they almost beat Denver, and it falls apart, but they're still mathematically alive. I don't think they're going to the playoffs. I think it's a harbinger of this team blowing it up. But if Daboll and Shane want to keep their jobs, and you want a football team to root for, Well, then you get a win against Philadelphia. That's showing me something. That's showing that the coach was able to bounce back. That tells me that the kid's able to bounce back after the interception, even though I don't kill him for it because he's a rookie. He still threw it, and you want to see how he bounces back from that. Tell me how they're not something if they beat Philadelphia, and tell me how they are something if they lose. So that's why I think this game is so big and so important, even though it's only week 8, that do we have a season with the Giants? We're going to find out on Sunday at 1.
2 and 5. I mean, 3 and 6. Sorry, 2 and 6 versus 3 and 5 look dramatically different in where the NFL is right now and how much parity there is. Right, 2 and 6, and we start throwing dirt, but you still have a reason to watch because of the young quarterback. So you're still kind of engaged. But think about let's just separate this series with the Eagles. We saw at the start of the season, it was 2 games in a 3-week span against the Eagles, who have been a nemesis, who have owned you, who remind you of Deshaun Jackson and Saquon Barkley and all the different things, reasons to hate them even more. And now you have an opportunity to do something you haven't done since 2007. Never mind winning a road game. They haven't done that in 12 years, winning a game in Philly. But sweeping the Eagles, the defending Super Bowl champs.
Come on.
That alone, like what could that can we just separate it for a moment, take it out of the season, the context of the season, and into the context of what the Eagles represented just a year ago with Saquon going there and winning a Super Bowl, your owner and what he said, if he goes to the Eagles, I won't be able to, right? Think about the dramatic turn of events that would be if they could pull something like this off. Is it enough, that either one of you, is it enough to save jobs?
Well, it's a step in the right direction. See, where I'm not going, Alan, and you're free to go there, and Peter's free, and the Giant fans are free, to start landscaping the chances of making the playoffs. I'm not even thinking about that.
That's why I'm separating it from the season.
Yeah,
I think this alone is a separate ordeal, and it could mean more. It's who it is.
It's just about there's certain things that you want to navigate through to find out, do I have a quarterback? Do I have a coach? When I look back at the brutal loss to Philadelphia in 2010, the Deshaun Jackson punt return.
Mm-hmm.
They lost they got destroyed the next week in Green Bay, effectively ending their season. You go back to 78, their season was pretty much in the tank after they had the Herman Edwards game. So those teams didn't respond. Will this team respond? Now, ultimately, will it result in a playoff position or finishing above 500? We'll find that out. But do I have a coach? Well, if I have a coach, then get his team ready, bounce back from a miserable experience last week, beat a team he just beat 2 weeks ago, and now I can start to feel better about Daboll and start wrapping my mind around him sticking around and having a coach. And then we'll see as we get deeper whether it's a playoff team or not. So the fact that 3 and 5 versus 2 and 6 is irrelevant to me in the sense of I want to see what this looks like. I want to see how they respond. That's why this game is pretty big to me. And as far as keeping Daboll's job, beating the Eagles twice, who's going to be really turned on by that?
Everybody.
I mean, major movement. The guy that's going to ultimately decide whether Daboll comes back, and that's John Mara.
Yes.
John Mara is going to see value in beating Philadelphia and Saquon Barkley twice in one season. Now, I'm not saying if he ends up losing every other game the rest of the year, he'll keep his job, but never mind 4 wins, 5 wins, 7 wins, what it looks like. That is going to be a major feather in Daboll's cap, in John Mara's mind, if they win both games against Philadelphia.
I completely agree. That's why, to me, you have to separate this because of what kind of impact it could have by the end of the season, because of everything that you've said. It is still a young quarterback. It is still a team in development. The expectations of playoffs can't be there after, again, losing the way you did in Denver. I feel like that took it off the table again. It can come back on the table because there's still 10 weeks left in the season. It's a lot of time left. We're not even halfway through. But right now that comes off the table. So instead, what's the next challenge? You always want to look as an organization. The game-to-game thing is the coach cliche, but I firmly believe as an organization you always have to take situation by situation. This is now giving you a separate situation. This is almost like an in-game championship that you could claim that might not have great value overall, but internally it's gigantic. If they could hang a banner in the offices upstairs in the Giants organization, they would. If you could pull off a sweep this hasn't been done in 23 years. Oh, I'm sorry, not 23 years, 18 years. This is something that you're trying to do that's been a long time, is take ownership of a team that has owned you far too long.
It's kind of like every time Ohio State or Michigan hires a head coach, can you beat Ohio State? Can you beat Michigan? you know.
Yeah, it's no longer the Cowboys. I really don't. I don't feel like it's the Cowboys as much anymore.
You want a hot take?
As it is the Eagles. Go ahead.
I think the Eagles are the top rivalry of every team in the division.
Well, because of how they play. I mean, no offense to Dallas, but when you don't win a championship in over a quarter of a century.
Yeah.
But it's not just that. It's success and hateability. They're annoying and good.
Sirianni
and their fans are annoying.
Nozzly, yeah.
And the Saquon element with the Giants.
Yeah, that adds to it too. And I think for me they've owned the Commanders, but I think it's just hilarious because we were all sitting here a couple days ago talking about how does Daboll survive the season.
Well, this is how.
And we kind of skipped over this, that how far a sweep would go. Now I maintain you sweep the Eagles and you have a couple of more losses that look anything like the Denver game. I think you may forget about the sweep. I don't think it overrules everything, but I do think if you were able to sweep the Eagles and then put together a few more wins as the season goes on, that's a nice case.
Here's the two ways that sweeping the Eagles won't matter to John Mara. If the Giants end up losing out, it won't be enough. And if the Eagles end up being really dysfunctional, completely collapsing, finishing under 500 and not being a thing.
Yeah.
But if Philadelphia is a playoff team and the Giants win a few more games and are in games more importantly and don't embarrass themselves like they did against Denver, and you win 5-6 games, it's going to feel like 7 or 8 if you sweep Philadelphia. And I think that would be pretty big. And then adding to the fact that you bounce back after what was, arguably the worst regular season loss in franchise history. How do you respond? In any sport, guys, how do you respond? How does a quarterback respond after he throws a pick? How does a coach respond after a tough loss? These are ways that you measure things beyond just the pedestrian, what's your record at the end of the season?
It's you know what it is? It's how you got one, right? D. Wood said it yesterday when he was on with us. We've heard this from other people as well. It's this feeling, even in losses, even in the loss in New Orleans at first half, even in the loss in Denver and the way that went down. It's hard not to come away from these games and say, I mean, every week he shows you something. The eye test tells me this kid's got it, and he's only going to get better. You don't think that some of this is smoke and mirrors, or a system that is protecting him, or it's tons of talent around him that's doing most of the work. That was the big Mark Sanchez thing, is that everybody was excited about Mark Sanchez, but there was so much talent around him that when that talent started to fall off and it was all up to him, guess what happened? He started being exposed. Jackson Dart doesn't have much talent around him, and yet he really does feel like he's carrying the day most of the time, that he's become a bit of a leader on this team, emotional leader and physically a leader as well. That's why, these are little victories, but it's hard to feel like a season can be a failure if you found your guy. And I just feel like they know they found their guy.
I was saying to Anthony before he started, the fact that you're in year one with a rookie quarterback and you really feel like this team can compete against anyone, and I really mean that. I mean, I don't feel that way about every decent team. So there's some teams that you think I like them against bad teams, but when I see them match up, I mean, frankly, I have that concern for my team on Monday. But then you see them match up with a good team, and you go, I don't like how this looks. I feel like there's something about this Giants team between the talent they have on defense and the moxie they have on offense and the leadership they have with the kid that makes me think, you know what? I feel like they're not an easy win for anyone. Now, real quick, guys, it's also, we got to remember, it's NBA tip-off week. And FanDuel is, of course, your home for live betting. So even if you miss the start of an NBA game or you want to ride the hot hand, FanDuel has live bets on everything, from who will score the next bucket to fourth quarter comebacks. Plus, you can even combine your live bets into a same-game parlay for a shot at a bigger payout. However you want to play, now is the perfect time to join because FanDuel is giving new customers $300 in bonus bets if your first $5 bet wins. Just visit FanDuel.com/Peter to sign up today. Play your game with FanDuel, official sports betting partner of the NBA, 21 and over. Physically present in New York. First online, real money wager only, $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued is non-withdrawable bonus bets, which expires 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. You know what I mean.
And also, let's not be just, I don't want to use the word lazy, just focusing on the coach and the quarterback. Because I want to see how Shane Bowen bounces back, too. I mean, he had a very, very rough week. He took responsibility yesterday when talking to the media, said it was on him. He should have played Dexter Lawrence. He shouldn't have just dropped 8. So how does he respond? Against a really good offensive team that has struggled a little bit this season but has the potential to explode. I want to see how he bounces back, too. Now, he ultimately is Daboll's responsibility because Daboll brought him in. But if everything looks great but the defense looks poor, I guess there is a world where maybe Daboll comes back and Bowen doesn't. But let's see how he responds with this defense, too, because he admitted he screwed up. And if they're put in a similar situation, he will make the changes, and that's all part of the development of this team too.
There's a lot to watch for in this game. There's a lot to watch for the rest of the season. You can't say the same about the Jets. No matter what happens on Sunday, the Giants to me are a team to keep an eye on for the rest of this year and going forward. There is something about getting your quarterback that just gives you that feeling of, okay, now I've got a reason to invest. There's an unbelievable contrast in these two teams. Is there not? Like it's incredible, the contrast right now between the Jets and the Giants. And there was a time that we thought going into this season that it was the Jets that were the team to watch and that had something going and maybe they could be something special and all. And they have completely fallen off. So that's all you're looking for right now because it's all we've got. We keep talking about our New York teams, football teams, and how far off they are from winning a championship, how bad it has been around here over the last 10 years, and that it's embarrassing when you consider it's the NFL and it survives without having anything happening in its major market. But I will argue, though, that there is something going on with the Giants, and that's what makes it special. That's why, if you're a fan, this is what you're looking for. Can they beat the Eagles? They've already proven they can. Will they twice? That's why you're watching. But no matter what happens, though, you have plenty of reason to stay engaged in this and see where it builds from here. To me, also, the better they play and the more they show you, I also would argue the more pressure I would see on Joe Schoen as you head towards the trade deadline. More pressure there is on Brian Daboll and, of course, Shane Bowen. All of them, because now you've got to prove. Because now you see there's something here. What are you going to do with it? And prove you're good enough now to take this thing that's special and it's got everyone's attention, and then you can do something with it, like make a push for the playoffs, like stay in games, like continue to develop your quarterback. There's a lot more pressure in winning than you think. The pressure comes off when you lose because the expectations are gone. But right now, because you have the next one, there's a ton of pressure and everybody's watching because they want to see what can you do with this. So this is one of those games, is what can you do with this? Coming off a loss like that, can you as a head coach rally the troops, get everybody together, get their heads out of last week, forget about the mistakes, and get ready for a team that in their building, they're going to want to send a message. They're going to want to make sure they're ready for you this time. They're not going to be caught off guard by Cam Scatterbo. They're not going to be caught off guard by this young, brash Giants team that's leading the way. They're going to be ready for this game. Is your team going to be ready for that?
Is it enough to play well and lose to feel good?
Yes.
I don't
think you're there, Don.
I don't think fans will feel that way. I think you've beaten them once. Fans aren't taking a moral victory against the Eagles after beating them once. They won a victory.
No. I don't mean to say moral victory, because as fans, you're going to be mad because it's who you're losing to. It's the Eagles, right? You're going to be annoyed because of who it is, and you're supposed to be mad. But can you still, though, in the back of your mind, if it's a very competitive game and you lose, like if you get smoked, this bad look on the coach, bad look. But if you are competitive and they're just better than you for whatever it is, they just out-talent you, which they should. They do have more talent than you right now. I don't know. I don't know. I hate the word moral victory, but I can definitely walk away saying, you know what? We got a piece. We took one from you, and we got a piece in this one. We're on your heels, and you just won a Super Bowl.
Well, Peter's right. I mean, fans are going to fan, right? So they're probably going to be upset, and there's going to be a moment in the game where they'll blame Daboll. There'll be a moment in the game where they'll blame Bowen or something. But I think there can be value in, hey, you go toe-to-toe with the defending Super Bowl champions in Philadelphia, a place you never win, and if you win just because they've got more talent and they're a better team, I think I can live with that. Kid plays well, clean game, and hey, Philadelphia found a way to win the game. I just need to see what it looks like, but I think Peter's probably right. Lose the game, 23-20 in overtime, and fans will just be, have the claws out. This play, this decision, this moment. So winning seems to be the only solvent in these things, but I do think it could still look good and lose. Because they're a 7.5-point dog, right? Is that what the number is? I didn't look over the last second or so. So it's a tough spot to be in. But they did beat him. But they beat him at home. They beat him when Philadelphia was kind of going through something. Philadelphia has bounced back, and they had a big win last week. So I need to see what it looks like. It's never as easy as just a W and an L, but sometimes that's all it comes down to.
You know how fans are. If it doesn't, especially when you mentioned earlier, Alan, the record difference. 2-6 is nasty.
It really is amazing how this game. We said it last week too. I guess
we did. No, they're all
the same thing. 3-4 versus 3.
But then it starts to get. It slips away quick.
Well, again, it's the gap, right? The further away you get from 500, the harder it is to get back there, and you got to feel like 500 is how you push for a playoff spot in today's NFL.
I'd like to do something real quick called Game Time. It's brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, because when it's game time, you're not going to hear another one of those from Don today, by the way. But let's rest this voice. Let's keep it recorded.
Thank
you know what I mean?
Having my back.
The Knicks host my good old Boston Celtics, which includes probably 4 people I've never heard of in my life, with coverage immediately following us right here on 880 at 7 o'clock. Don's in Jersey for Devils Sharks like you dream about. Sharks, by the way, got that dub on the Rangers in OT last night.
Who called it?
That's a Rosenberg ice pick for you, baby.
That was like a plus 230 or something.
That's money in your pocket, right? Don.
It was unreal. 3-1 at the end of the first period, and you're thinking, what is can the Rangers just? Did they not want to play at home ever? They made it a game, though. It was actually pretty entertaining the last 2 periods.
Nets host the Cavs at 7:30. You know what? That might be some hardwood later. And coverage of World Series Game 1 will be on 1050 starting at 7, and we'll join in progress on 880 after the Knicks.
They're still playing baseball?
Apparently so. Pretty big one. Tullamore Dew, the original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cast matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. Now, guys, I think we should talk to the people.
I like it.
1-800-919-3776. We'll take some calls. We're having this conversation, of course, about the Giants, your level of expectation. Are you okay with the possibility of just playing well and coming up short, or is it like, no, we got to beat the Eagles. We've done this once before. And, of course, like we said, we'll get to Aaron Glenn's continuing conversation about the Jets and much more. It's Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg on a Friday.
There are a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings. Lease a new 2025 Mazda CX-5 2.5 S Select for $229 for 36 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for details. VIN S0595731. MSRP $31,915. Zero security deposit. Ends 10/31/25.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
In the city that never sleeps and never stops talking sports. ESPN New York is always on. Now you can live and breathe everything New York sports wherever you are. On your radio dial, on the ESPN New York app, and streaming live on YouTube. However you watch or listen, ESPN New York is always on for you. Hear us, stream us, watch us. This is ESPN New York.
This is an ad by BetterHelp. BetterHelp therapists have helped over 5 million people worldwide on their mental health journeys. That's millions of stories, millions of journeys. And behind every one is a therapist who showed up, listened, and helped someone take a step forward. Moments in therapy, like the right question, a safe space to cry, or a small win, can change lives. With over 30,000 therapists, BetterHelp is the world's largest online therapy platform, having served over 5 million people globally, and it works. With an average rating of 4.9 out of 5 for a live session based on over 1.7 million client reviews. This World Mental Health Day, we're celebrating the therapists who've helped millions of people take a step forward. If you're ready to find the right therapist for you, BetterHelp can help you start that journey. Our listeners get 10% off their first month. Just call pound 250 and say the keyword timeout. That's keyword timeout after calling pound 250.
Dave Rothenberg here to tell you about my friends at Bathfitter. Now, they converted my kids' bathtub to a shower and did an incredible, really an unbelievable job. They offer all types of custom bath renovations, including their unique PermaFit solution for a watertight fit done in just one day. Durable and easy to clean with no demo or mess and lower cost than a standard replacement. And a lifetime guarantee. Right now, no money down, no payments, no interest until 2027. So start designing your bath today like we did at bathfitter.com. There's only one Bathfitter.
And now let's take a look at the traffic with Brandy Scott.
Thanks so much, guys. Good afternoon and happy Friday, but not a happy ride. Over at the Brooklyn Bridge, trying to make your way into Brooklyn, a car fire being cleaned up on the span. We had all lanes out. Now just the right lane is blocked. Damage is done. Backed up onto the southbound FDR. You're jammed there from the Midtown Tunnel. Heading over to the outbound George. No easy way to do it. All of your approaches are packed. Cross Bronx westbound. Going to run you over an hour from the Bruckner through to underneath the apartments. Inbound George. Still have roadwork on the upper deck. About a 20 to 30 minute ride. Lower level construction being moved out of the way, and a stall just picked up. That's going to cost you the same. Outbound Lincoln, your best ride at 5 to 10. Outbound Hone already 20 to 30. This report is sponsored by the New York City Department of Transportation. Speeding ruins lives. Drivers, watch out for pedestrians and cyclists and slow your turns to less than 5 miles an hour. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
Okay, all signed up. Easy. Now let's run payroll. What the? Hey, girl. I'm you with more gusto. Nice. Who's that? New social media manager. Hired and onboarded with gusto. And spoiler, we're kind of famous now. Wait, we're famous? Oh, well, I'm famous. Payroll, benefits, and HR. Designed and built for small businesses. Choose a future with gusto.
Some people just know you can save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check the weather first, before wearing face paint to the game.
Bro, your Go Cats is dripping into your nachos.
Oh, and now paint is in my eyes.
Interception! Did you see that?
No!
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first and see what you could save. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Potential savings vary, including based on how you buy, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Oh, what's this?
One of my favorite records ever. I don't know why today is the day. I mean, apparently this album came out on this day. It's not exactly a legendary album, but the song is
it's
iconic.
It's baby making music.
No. It's murder, death, destruction music.
Is that true?
Yeah, that's what Don said.
Now, the sample, maybe that vocal sample comes from baby making music. But that record itself, Last Days by Onyx, is about horrible things are going on in that song.
But Alan, you're someone that's
it's
still
just a vibe. Yeah, it's the vibe.
With kids of the age that we have, Alan is still somebody that partakes. Is that music that would get you in the mood?
It's like a little quiet stormy, like to set it up, but it's not like
I didn't hear
not
the whole
exactly what I'd
thing,
be playing in the moment. No, but it can lead. It's like the ride home.
I sort of want to. Oh, so it is an Aretha Franklin sample.
Oh, there you go.
And maybe that's what you got. But at some point now, I want to play you a portion of the vocal Onyx version to see if it changes your opinion.
If it's Onyx, I'm sure it's
It may change Don's thoughts on it a tad. Listen, but I don't know what Don's into.
Hey, listen.
God bless. Me bless.
Ripping apart, severing flesh, gouging eyes, tearing limb from limb. That's out of a Slayer song.
That turns you on.
Well, that's a drop, is what it is. Let's go. To the
I got to
phone
do a better
lines.
job than that. That wasn't very.
You want to say it again?
No, I'm not. No, we're not being performative with our drops. That's wrong.
And just as he
Take
says
two on a drop, then it's not a drop anymore.
Yeah, you can't do it.
You don't get to do it again. You don't get another take on it.
No, you can't.
No,
that's not right. All right, let's get things started on the phones. 1-800-919-3776. Frank will start us off. What's up, Frank?
Hey, what's up, guys? Don, looking sharp over there.
Oh, thank you.
I was going to say, you're welcome. I was going to say this. When it comes to Daboll and him securing his job for a second year, here's my only reservation on this. Is he able to take Jackson Dart and put him way past his ceiling? Because we've all heard of the rookie slump, the sophomore slump after the second year, during the second year. And I'm just wondering, a year later, when defenses have actually had film on you for a whole season, is he able to elevate his game even higher? So far, he's proven that he's not. He hasn't been able to do that. We've had draft selections that have become so far busts or what have you. I mean, Evan Neal is not unplayable. Deonte Banks is also unplayable. So that's what my concern is when it comes to Jackson Dart. I feel that that Dart has enough talent to where he could survive under the coaching change. If he
that's why, to me, it can't all just be about the quarterback's development. Remember, we're going to have to give Daboll and Shane contract extensions in the summer.
Yeah.
Because they'll be going into the last year of their contract. So you have to have confidence, not just can he develop Jackson Dart into the next Eli Manning, but is he a good enough coach? Is Shane a good enough general manager? That's why you can't pigeonhole it, guys, into what does Jackson Dart look like. There's more to it than that. If he had another year left on his contract, if they had extended them at the end of last year, which would have been tough to do after a 3-win season, we wouldn't be having this conversation because he'd have more years left. But with only 1 year on his contract after this year, guys, you're asking, am I firing him or am I extending him?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know how good you have to be to get a contract extension after a 3-win season last year?
Not necessarily. Again, it's always going to be about what do you want for your organization, and do you want stability? Do you feel like you have the right pieces in place, especially the quarterback who has, let's not overlook this, by the way, has a great relationship, not a good, great relationship with the head coach. Okay. When you hear him talk about the head coach, he talks about him glowingly and not in the cliche way that every rookie quarterback talks about his head coach. He talks about him like, I owe this guy. He believed in me. He saw it in me, what others didn't, right? So there's a lot of passion there when it comes to his enthusiasm to have him as a head coach. How much does John Mara listen to all that stuff? How much does John Mara fall in love with that and want the continuity that he talked about last year, which is why he didn't get rid of everybody? Because that's what his father decided to do one time, is say, I can't keep hiring and firing people. I got to keep something in place. That was his mantra last year of why he didn't make changes. So now that you have something that looks like it's catching, why now would you blow it up? It would have to be devastatingly bad. Now, last week was heading in the wrong direction.
Devastatingly bad.
Yes. So that's got to be a one-off, and that cannot be something you continually see throughout the rest of the season. There's still a long time to go. There's 10 weeks. There's a lot of examples still left to be made by the head coach.
But I just think the question has to be, is developing the quarterback enough?
Yes. It's everything in the NFL. Don, it's everything in the NFL. The head coach-quarterback relationship and the fact that when you have both, rarely do you see a team that sucks. When you have a head coach and a quarterback who are on the same page, who have success together, those teams rarely are bad teams, bad franchises. That's the magic formula you have to find. The Giants might have found it.
I think it's a very interesting balance in conversation because you gotta find the guy, but at what point do you go, okay, quarterback's great, he's not. This guy's not a winner though. It's
So
very. And how often?
Or you could say he's not a leader of men,
so
and
let
we
me-
got a problem here because here's your issue, right? Like, how was Dak Prescott with Mike McCarthy?
How was he?
Yeah,
fine.
Played some of the best football of his career, right?
Sure did.
Okay.
He's playing even better now.
But eventually you reach the point where you're like, well, okay, the offense was great, and Dak was really developed into a great quarterback, but guy can't win games, right? And that's what it came down to.
And
He
by the
won
way,
games
just
in
so
the
happens
regular
Dak's
season.
even better now.
He won them in the regular season. They won what they win back-to-back to 13 wins, right?
Oh,
they
just
had
couldn't win
great
big games.
success in the regular
Well,
season.
Listen,
it was the big games.
look what's happening in Buffalo.
Yeah,
Right. I mean,
that's
you got the
another great
quarterback, but you can't win big games, and now it feels like.
Well, it's
after-
different there only because again, it's not you're going through. This is your third offensive coordinator now, so it's not the same as it is when the head coach is the offense guy. That's I think it's a little different.
No,
in that
I get
regard.
it, but I'm saying right now you salivate to be, the Cowboys who make the playoffs, or Buffalo makes the playoffs, since the Giants have not been a perennial playoff team. But I'm giving him a contract extension, guys, if he comes back. So that means what? Another 2 years. So he'll be the head coach here by the time his contract's up, like 7 years.
Yeah.
Is he deserving of that? Is he deserving of that opportunity to get, next year and maybe 2 more years on top of that, just because he developed a quarterback and you want to keep that relationship intact, but meanwhile everything else is on fire around you? We've seen plenty of situations. We saw it in San Diego/LA with the quarterback situation with the Chargers, right? Because they can't get the coach right, but the quarterback's right.
Yeah.
Phillip Rivers never won. It doesn't look like Herbert's going to win anytime. Still looking, trying to find the right. Maybe Harbaugh will be the right guy, but we don't know. We always harp on the quarterback being the biggest piece, and it is. But right next to it, 1A to me is also the coach.
Yes, but it also is the owner and how much he can stomach, and does he have the ability to find a coach that is better? Is there a coach out there that wants the job? Is there a coach that looks at Jackson Dart the way Daboll does and sees something that he could turn him into, versus other coaches that might say, well, I got to change the way he plays, and now it sets you back instead of takes you forward.
Well, I think at this point everybody sees it with Dart. A lot of people are going to want to get in, play with Dart.
You would think so.
I feel very confident. A lot of people.
But didn't we think didn't we think a couple of years ago that Saquon Barkley, this guy was special, the GM touched by the hand of God, right? He was an unbelievable talent, burst on the scene as a rookie. When they made a coaching change, they brought in a guy and they brought in a GM who saw no value in the running back position. That didn't make sense, did it?
Yeah, but that's a philosophy. But wait a minute. That's not a talent evaluation. That's a philosophy.
No. But what I'm saying is you had something special, and you brought in leadership that didn't see him as special. That didn't make sense. And so the owner ended up seeing him leave, and it gutted him. So would you do the same thing here?
Well,
that's why I think Don was right. The wild card is John Mara and what he wants to do.
Yeah.
But also the question is, all right, developing a quarterback, how long does that take? And then what happens after the quarterback's already been developed? Right? Like, all right,
Winning.
I've developed him.
Winning is supposed to happen.
And I want to make sure that when that happens, that Daboll's the right guy to now do the winning. All right, You did the job with the quarterback. The quarterback's now ready. He's a finished product. Let's go out there, and I'm not saying he's anywhere close to that. Right. But at some point, once he's done developing, I need a coach now that's going to start winning.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you the question. Alan, if ignore the injuries, if Jaden played a healthy full season, the rest of the season's good, he's great, and the Commanders do nothing and get smoked.
Yeah.
How soon? The Dan Quinn conversation is starting quickly.
You think so?
I don't think he has that long. I think people see it the opposite. They'll go, we got a quarterback. Now he'll get one more. He would get his year 3. But if year 3, Daniels is still Daniels, and they're not back to the championship game, it's over. No one goes, he developed Jaden Daniels. You move on.
That is the NFL.
It's a tight window.
I'm trying to remember, too, because Doug Peterson had a run with the Eagles, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, you're talking about not just the Super Bowl.
One.
Well, yeah, the Super Bowl is the one thing, but they still were a playoff team every year. They were good every year. Then they had a bad year, and that's Carson Wentz, and they went through him being a guy that you no longer could rely on, right? And they had to make a decision with Jalen Hurts. But you knew Doug Peterson was a good coach because he already won you Super Bowl. He already had success. He already had Carson Wentz playing at an MVP level before the injury happened, and then when getting him back, something happened with Carson Wentz, and he was never the same again, right? and he couldn't control.
And that continued up till last night.
Well, it's true. But if you think about which, by the way, why I can't believe in the Vikings anymore. But the gap that was happening between the team and the quarterback was too wide for even Peterson to handle as a leader. So they had to move on from him, and they bring in Nick Sirianni. And what did Sirianni do? He just declared what everybody thought was the obvious thing to do, which is Hurts is our quarterback. Everybody's happy in the locker room. What they end up doing? Make back in the playoffs, get to the Super Bowl, stay in the playoffs, win the Super Bowl. It's sometimes you have a coach that gets you to a point, and there's a transition, and then you go from there. It's kind of what the Knicks are kind of doing right now, right? Tom Thibodeau got him out of the suck. He got him organized. He got Jalen Brunson playing at a ridiculously high level. He had their offense as one of the best in the league. But then there was enough people that felt like, okay, he got you this far, but it's not enough. Now you need another voice to take it from here. So it doesn't mean you have to have Daboll for 25 years as a coach.
No,
but at least it gets you on the ground, or off the ground, I should say.
Well, there are times even the best of coaches, the voice gets lost in the room and it gets a little stagnant and you got to make a change. But you brought up Minnesota. There's an example of a coach that seems to be a quarterback whisperer. He's able to get tremendous quarterback play. Not last night from Wentz.
Everybody but Wentz.
You know what he's been able to do. But has he been able to win any big games? So is he the coach that's going to lead you to a champion? He's the coach that's going to get quarterback play. He's the coach that's going to groom a quarterback. Great. But can he win games? Minnesota's been good, not great. Minnesota won 13 regular season games and then ousted right away in the playoffs. Mm-hmm. So you got to look for the combination of, all right, I got a guy that knows quarterbacks. I got a guy that knows offense. Can he win games? I don't want a Buffalo where, I'm good every year, but I know I'm not going to win with this guy. I know it. Got the quarter. So it's still a very important balance, and we're not having this conversation if he's got years left on his contract. But that's the decision. It's not the decision. If this is last year, then it's like, well, he's got 2 years left on his contract. I don't have to worry about it. We got time. I got to extend this guy.
I know. It's very – hey, guys, you know what you root for right now? Well, you root for one of two things, and you just don't want the middle. You root for him to completely suck the rest of the year, and you go, hey.
It's a hard place to be.
And you go, hey. No, because you still want to see Jackson play great. They just don't win any games. Mm-hmm. Jackson's great. They just don't win games. You either root for that or they get to 9-8. And then you go, all right, well, guess what? We're signing him. What you don't want is just mushy middle where you really still don't know. That's the worst case scenario.
And you want conviction, and that's why for him, I would get, if I had contact with Daboll, I'd say, boy, winning this game Sunday can go a long way, because that might be enough to convince John Mara, because John Mara's got to make that decision, and he's probably excited about the opportunity to beat Philadelphia twice.
Now
that is going to go a long way for him.
Peter, why don't you grab Steve in Middle Village, because he actually brings up something that's kind of interesting.
All right, I'll be quick. We got to be quick here. Let's go.
We'll be quick. That's
Steve,
fine.
Go ahead.
Okay, I'll be quick. You have a coach and a general manager who got rid of Barkley and he won the Super Bowl. Daniel Jones could become the comeback player of the year at minimum. What happens if he gets into the AFC Championship game, or God forbid for Giant fans, win the Super Bowl? You can't have these two guys still employed by the Giants. I'll keep my mouth shut, and you guys can.
Fantastic call.
It's part of the decision.
You know what I mean? Like what he's
call.
saying, and we'll get. I have a stat for you based on this on the other side.
Oh.
But what he's saying is actually not even based on the current team or the future of the current team. It's more on what their resume has told you.
Yep.
Why would it give you any reason to believe that they'll get this right?
It's a great call by Steve. Thank you for pointing me to pick that up. Good call. YouTube TV customers, listen up. You could lose ESPN and the sports you love, including college football, college game day, Monday Night Football, NBA, college basketball, and more. Take action. Go to keepmynetworks.com to keep ESPN. That's keepmynetworks.com to keep ESPN. We want you to stay and keep it right here on ESPN New York, or maybe you're with us on YouTube on the ESPN New York YouTube channel. A lot more to do right here on DHR.
Available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Hey, good morning. You're heading to the airport, right?
Yep, thanks for checking. I like the car. How
How long have you been a rideshare driver?
About 3 years now. I really enjoy it.
Isn't it hard to make money these days with the price of gas being so high?
Not for me. I use Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get real money back when you get gas with the Upside app?
Yep, I get real cash back every time I get gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code USA to get up to a $5 per gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank account, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code USA to get up to a $5 per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code USA.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today. 1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. That's cars with a K to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Go to carsforkids.org. That's carsforkids.org.
All the way over Barzell, score! New York Islanders hockey is back at UBS Arena, and it's time to bring the family and make some noise. With more afternoon games this season, the Islanders have special kids-themed games and activities for young fans. Play games pregame at the park and head inside for fun on the concourse and on the ice. Tickets for the 2025-26 season are on sale now. Get your tickets at NewYorkIslanders.com.
This college football season, show your school spirit every time you pay. Introducing college-branded Venmo debit cards. Rep your team on and off the field with custom school designs that let everyone know who you root for. Whether you're tailgating, grabbing snacks for the watch party, or celebrating a win, you can unlock 15% cash back at ESPN. 1 free year of Perplexity Pro and more. This college football season, score more with the Venmo debit card. Get yours now in the Venmo app. Learn more at venmo.com/collegecard.
Max cashback varies. Terms apply. The Venmo MasterCard is issued by the Bancorp Bank, N.A.
Out here, pets are always by your side, watching the herd, running fence lines, or asleep at your feet. Pets are some of our favorite customers. When you bring them along to Tractor Supply, we'll always have a treat waiting. And with our price match guarantee, you'll always get the best price on their favorite food, toys, treats they love, and pet meds to keep them healthy. Tractor Supply, for pets out here.
Who knew caffeine could taste this good? With 5-Hour Energy Shots, caffeine just got a serious flavor upgrade. We're talking big flavor, from watermelon to strawberry banana to sour apple. Packed into a tiny 2-ounce bottle, you'll get as much caffeine as 12-ounce premium coffee with 0 sugar and also 0 crash. And with 17 bold flavors to choose from, there's a shot for every mood. Find your favorite flavor in-store today or grab a variety pack online at 5hourenergy.com or on Amazon and give your caffeine a flavor upgrade.
Hey, it's Desmond Howard. You want to win the weekend? It all starts with the tailgate. And for me, that means Kingsford Charcoal.
They've been bringing the flavor, the smoke, and the heat since 1920. No wonder they're still the gold standard of grilling. So fire it up, feed your crew, and let the smoke do the talking. Kingsford, the king of the tailgate. Get it today at the Home Depot. Outdoers get more done.
From the regular season to the Super Bowl, ESPN New York is your destination for football. We've got crazy fans.
If the Giants somehow beat the Cowboys, I'm going to take a dump on your head.
You can feel good because you're a damn football team.
Expert analysis.
Marcus Spears joins us now, ESPN NFL analyst Damian Woody.
Mel Kiper Jr.
The Hall of Famer Steve Young.
He's kind of our resident general manager, Louis Riddick.
We got Mike Tannenbaum right now.
And all your fantasy and wagering needs. This is ESPN New York. We are football.
Long Island is brewing some spooky fun at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel. We're celebrating this October for our $50,000 Witchy Wednesdays drawing. Be here on Wednesday, October 1st, 15th, and 29th from 3 to 7 p.m. when 2 winners will be drawn every hour to pick a witch's hat and win up to $5,000 cash. Club members can conjure up to 5 times entry multipliers. Fly over to where Long Island wins at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel.
If gambling is a problem for you or someone you care about, please call the 24-hour toll-free helpline at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg on a Friday. Don, it was a wise man named Don LaGreca, I believe, who once said that cashews are the candy of nuts. Still agree?
Yes. Wish I had some.
By the way, have you guys seen MSG Networks is promoting the voice of the Devils unlike anything I've ever seen?
No.
Can you see on the screen this post on Instagram? LaGreca 6-0 as Devils announcer.
Who promoted that? Who said
MSG
that?
Networks. But look at the picture that we're getting.
Devils MSGSN, more specific.
Look at the photo. He's pointing at the camera, all aggressive and angry.
What they did was, Kofi, who does a great job over at MSG.
Oh yes,
he put the camera on me so they could capture my call, the first home goal of the season. It ended up being Jack Hughes' first goal of the season. So I had tweeted that out, and after I made the call, I see the camera and I just pointed at the camera. And they took a still of that.
It's such a great shot.
And I love it so much I've actually made it my my avatar on X.
That's smart. Very smart.
I'm telling you. What did I tell you, by the way, Alan?
Yeah, you called it.
We have limited time with this guy.
You did.
No.
It does feel a matter of time. I would probably be very nervous if I was calling national NHL games for ESPN. I'd be very nervous.
I would not be nervous at all.
Well, you wouldn't because what is it? What's the line from Breaking Bad? I'm not in danger. I am the danger.
Yeah.
Don't get Don going on.
I'm Walter White all of a sudden now.
Don't get Don going on Breaking Bad. We'll lose. He'll start watching it during every break. Let's see. Let's go to. Not going to do that.
Oh no.
No.
I mean, I want to, but I'm worried you'll get mad at me.
No, don't. Too early.
But it's about the topic.
Can I pay off the tease then first?
Yeah, please.
Then I can check out.
No.
Oh no. He's not hearing it anyway.
No.
He doesn't know.
So the idea of Daniel Jones and the season he's having after Saquon Barkley wins the Super Bowl as the nightmare for not just maybe Giants fans who saw players that they had go on and actually look like capable winning championship caliber players, and then the owner as well being sick to his stomach. The odds tell you, in fact, history tells you that there's a very good chance it could happen again this year. So the Colts are 6-1 right now. That's the best record in the NFL. In 8 of the last 10 years, the team that this deep, 7 weeks into the season, had the best record in the NFL. 8 of the 10 last years has reached the Super Bowl. Last year was our very favorite team, the Kansas City Chiefs. They were 7-0. So 6-1 Colts. Could the trend continue? And if it does, guess who will be the Super Bowl starting quarterback for that team if the trend continues? One Daniel Jones.
They're not going to the Super Bowl. Stop.
Listen, I'm just telling you this is history, man. I'm just telling you
I get it.
that history says it's possible.
Now, let me ask you this. Does it help, Daboll, that Scadaboo and Dart might get to the point where they become your franchise running back and quarterback, and it'll hurt a lot less?
Right,
because maybe if Barkley's here, they don't draft Scadaboo. Obviously, if Daniel Jones, was a little bit better and they decided to honor the last 2 years of the contract, they're not trading for Jackson Dart. So, and no matter where they go, if Dart and Scadaboo end up becoming part of a giant lore, then it won't matter what happens with the Colts and Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
But it could add to it if they fall on their face.
Yeah, but what you're suggesting about them becoming something still comes after the potential, as history has shown us over the last 10 years, that the potential of having back-to-back years where the guy you moved on from ends up going to the Super Bowl. That's all I'm saying. It's a real thing. So just wanted to point it out.
Well, I'll say, full disclosure, my contract is up at the end of the calendar year. All right? By that time, we'll get an idea how good the Colts really are. All right? And if the Colts end up going to the Super Bowl, and I am renewed by ESPN, I will void the contract and walk.
Wow.
I don't buy it.
Yeah, me neither.
By the way,
I'm no Russo.
But you know what, though? See, Peter, once again, your theory is playing out.
Oh, no.
This is Don knowing now.
No.
This is Don knowing.
No.
Because I don't need this anymore. See that, Peter?
Yeah.
I will walk away.
No problem.
Only people with FU money do that. Only people with FU money do that. You know this.
Yeah,
Peter, you know this because you have it too.
Listen, we both work. We have both our jobs. Our checks come from the same place, Alan. So you know how untrue that is. So listen, I love all three of us. I think we do a fabulous job. None of us here on this show have FU money. The only one that has that at the station, eventually it'll stop.
The way that's a pretty bold statement to make.
All right, you know what?
By the way, many people here have Bleep You money.
You'll make a point.
Many of them are ex-athletes, but they still have it.
I'm not going to go there. I'm just trying to think of what I could do if the Colts go to the
I know
Super
what you
Bowl.
could do. You could update a bath in your house. That's what you could do.
I love what you just did.
I'll shave my head clean. Bald.
And take a bath in a brand new tub by Bath Fitter.
Wash the extra hair off in the tub.
Clean it all off, and you know what? You'll love every minute of it because it's luxurious. It's beautiful. I had it done in my house. In fact, I tore out a tub and put in a full shower because they do that too. They do a full tub-to-shower renovation. My sister loved it so much. She did the Bath Fitter where it takes over the whole tub and takes an old tub and makes it brand new again. That, of course, is the unique PermaFit that they have. The Bath Fitter is awesome. I've told you all about them. I'm telling you about them right now because they're that good. Because if you want to update a bath in your house, this is the time to do it. Why? No money, no down payments, no interest for 18 months. Did you hear what I said? No interest until April of 2027. Now's the time. Get it done before the holidays when you have people coming over and they're going to walk in and go, why does your bathroom look so much nicer now? What did you do? And you tell them, Bath Fitter. That's who. Like, wait a minute. Don't they just cover up everything? Like, no. It's PermaFit. It's a watertight fit. That's what you get. They are the leader, by the way, in the permanent fit solution. The leader in bathroom renovation. And by the way, it's done in a day. That's why you can do it before the holidays. It's not going to make a mess of your house. One day. Durable. Easy to clean. No demolition. Lower cost than replacement. And the best part is a lifetime guarantee. You think it's some cheap replacement, they're going to put a lifetime guarantee on it? No, they're not, because they believe in it, and you should too. Trust the Bath Fitter team like we did. Start designing your bath today at bathfitter.com. There's only one Bath Fitter. So we have calls, 800-919-3776, of course. We have the Giants. We do need to get into the Jets because, by the way, who's playing quarterback? I don't know. Aaron Glenn says he knows, but it's Friday, and he's still not telling you. Does it even matter anymore, or have you completely just disengaged as a Jets fan? I need to hear that because I'm seeing more and more people talk about that they have completely let go of any care when it comes to the Jets. Are you one of them? I need to know. Knicks and Celtics tonight at the Garden. Can they make it 2-0 against the team they knocked out in the playoffs that is banged up, but they still have Jaylen Brown? And wait till you hear what Jaylen Brown had to say about facing the Knicks tonight. All that and more coming up. Don Hahn and Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
Friends, it's football season, the best time of the year. You should be out there tailgating, cheering on your team, and enjoying every Sunday. But if you're dealing with neck pain, back pain, sciatica, or nerve pain, even getting off the couch can feel like a challenge. You don't have to live like that. There's help. Dr. Jay Shaw at Sandwell Pain is New Jersey's top pain specialist. He's Ivy League trained, double board certified, and is dedicated to helping you get back in the game. Here's what makes the difference. No surgery, no scars, no long recovery, no pain medication. Just precise, non-surgical image-guided procedures that deliver real results. Dr. Shaw treats neck pain, back pain, joint pain, migraines, nerve pain, and sciatica with a plan that's customized for you. Same-day and next-day appointments are available, and with offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood, relief is always close. So don't let pain keep you on the sidelines this season. Visit SandwellPain.com to call, text, or book online. Most major insurances are accepted. That's SandwellPain.com. Relief is closer than you think, and it starts today.
Just printed from the Erie Canal Press, the most coveted ticket, New York Lottery's $1 million raffle, hath arrived. 15 fortunate souls shall come into the fortune of a millionaire.
Translation, the $1 million raffle is here, and 15 winners are going to become millionaires. The New York Lottery commemorates 200 years of the Erie Canal with your best odds of winning $1 million. Limited tickets available. Ask your local retailer today. Please play responsibly. Must be 18 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
If you've been injured on a construction site, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique labor laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling construction accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for hardworking New Yorkers. From scaffold accidents to slip and falls and equipment failures, they've got your back. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS. That's right, 718-WORKERS, because your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
From kickoff to cash out, ESPN Bet has the tools you need to score more on game days. Bet smarter with stats at your fingertips. Get personalized parlays built just for you. And with your fantasy team synced right in the app, you can back your squad. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with promo code USL to get started. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Hey, I'm Mike Slater. My dad passed away at the age of 63. It's out of nowhere. Had a stroke. Super hard, obviously, for the whole family, but my dad had life insurance. This is why I have life insurance for my family, for my wife and 4 kids. And the best place to get life insurance is ethos.com because you can do it in 10 minutes. And there's no medical exam and no blood test, just a few health questions. Get life insurance in 10 minutes so your family is protected. Ethos, ETHOS, ethos.com/play.
880 ESPN, WHSQ, and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. A Good Karma Brands radio station.
Oh, yeah, baby. Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
Absolutely. By the way, can I point something out to you guys?
Sure. Do whatever you want.
So I'm way up here now in Portsmouth, New Hampshire.
Yeah.
And we were listening to music on the way up for the most way because Stephanie drove this morning. We left very early, but once we got in and the music was off, and then the 880 was on, and I could hear our station.
Wow!
And I'm like, I couldn't believe it. All the way up here.
No way.
Yes, way.
You might struggle to get it outside the radio station.
Yeah, like next to the guard.
Right, in the streets of Manhattan, a little sketchy, but all the way up in New Hampshire, they can hear us loud and clear.
Yeah. And, man, if you are watching us on YouTube today, we are truly all different sizes. And now we have this amazing diagonal thing going on.
Yeah, like
where
this.
I'm the tallest.
So you're we're like the signal. We're at full 3 bars here. Yeah, we got a full signal. We got a full.
Yeah, I'm the top
LTE.
of the signal.
Yeah.
I'm trying to creep closer.
No, all you got to do is tilt your camera down. Is there a way to tilt it down?
There you go.
Don, if you tilt down.
No, he had it. He had it.
He did?
Yeah, he did. No, it's just.
I can't do it.
No.
It's just a downward tilt to get you right where you need to be. They moved me now down. Anthony moved me down to Alan's size
down.
now. Now Alan just is like me, but with a giant head.
I am feeling big head today. Very big head today. It is what it is.
And we're getting there, guys. But we hope you're having fun. If you've never participated before, just go on YouTube, subscribe to ESPN New York.
We dare you.
The YouTube channel. We dare you to. There's fun that happens in the chat room.
It's a dare. Yeah. You don't have it in you. You don't have it in you to do.
You're gutless. You're not going to do it.
You can't even figure out how to get to YouTube.
That's right.
Prove me wrong.
A real quick game time brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, because when it's game time.
It's Tully time!
It's Tully time. By the way, we had a caller earlier. He disconnected who wanted to tell us that he hates It's Tully Time.
Oh,
I was
we
hoping.
don't need that. They're supposed to love Tully Time.
Well, no, he wasn't saying that he doesn't. He enjoys Tully Time itself. The idea. I think he meant specifically our Tully Time drops.
Yeah, you yelling
you.
it.
What he really saying is that he hates
wants,
you.
He wants to.
It's Tully Time.
So for him, hell would be this all three of those on a loop.
That's right.
The rest of his life.
Yes.
All right.
Anyways,
all of eternity.
Knicks and Celtics coverage right here on 880 coming up at 7. Don is in Jersey at the Rock for Devil Sharks at 7. Nets and Cavs at 7:30 like you dream about. World Series Game 1 on 1050 starting at 7. Joined in progress on 880 after the Knicks. Tullamore Dew, the original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cast matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. We have Fraud Alert Friday at 4:30. We got our guy Alex Monaco coming up after that at 4:45. We got the picks at 5:45. We got ENN and the full announcer lineup coming at 6 o'clock.
That's right.
It's a full frontal Friday. And speaking of which, no one loves showing you absolutely everything like Aaron Glenn. First things first. Could Tyrod, that is, play today, if there were a game?
He is limited, all right, today, and he is questionable, and I like the way those guys are trending.
Okay. A little back and
they're trending.
Yeah. Little back and forth now with a reporter and Aaron Glenn about quarterback.
I cannot tell you that.
But is it because you don't want to, or because
that's exactly it?
But with Tyrod's situation in question, doesn't that play into this potentially?
That's exactly why I'm not telling you, because I don't want to.
No, but I understand that. But I mean, is it partly because of the injury?
That's exactly why I'm saying it, because I don't want to. I don't know how many times I got to answer you that. It's not going to change.
Do the players know who the quarterback is?
That's going to be between me and the players.
It started. I think that was Neil Best, right?
Yeah, it sounded like Neil.
Well. Sounds like Aaron Glenn and Michael Kay have a similar view of Neil Best.
All right, so, but
he's really digging in now.
Oh yeah, now he's mad. Glenn's mad.
Big mad. Some would say he's big mad.
And I think he's mad at his owner, and he can't do anything about it because that's the guy that signs his checks.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he's deflecting.
And big mad.
It's probably a case of. Here's my conspiracy theory. It's a mild one, but it's a conspiracy.
I like him. Go.
He doesn't know if Taylor's going to be able to play, but he just can't announce Justin Fields as the starter after what Woody said. So he's going to give it till the very last second to find out if Taylor can go, because he doesn't want to have to announce Field as the quarterback unless he absolutely positively has to. And it's better to have that announcement be as they're trotting on the field so he doesn't have to answer any questions or hear about it until kickoff. Why is Justin Fields playing when your owner says he's awful?
So he's
and
saying
he can't just name Taylor the quarterback because he's probably pretty sure Taylor can go. But, hey, it's only Friday. The game's Sunday. He probably doesn't want to give the job to Cook. So I think he's been put in a very awkward spot by his owner, but what's he supposed to do? Rip Woody? That wouldn't be a good idea.
No, he can't do that. And he said that he's trending in the right direction when it comes to Taylor, but I don't think this is a crazy conspiracy theory at all. I think you're right on the money. I think it's a grenade that he threw that he's like, I got to deal with this now.
Mm-hmm.
You know it's a story all week. He doesn't want it to be a story, and Glenn is trying to just not get out in front, but almost take control of the story by not telling you anything so you could be writing it and asking players questions and turning it into something. I think he's trying like hell to keep it quiet around the Jets because his owner just blew up all silence. Like it was going in the direction of everybody's just going to stop paying attention and allow us to just sit here and just work on this thing. Put up the scaffolding all around the building, and you can't see what's happening on the inside of the scaffolding, right? Until Woody comes in and just blows the whole thing up. And now it's like what are we doing? So I can see exactly what you're saying, Don, being exactly what Aaron Glenn is thinking. I cannot let this take over the locker room.
Now, if Taylor was out, like there was no shot he was going to play, then he got the fallback. Listen, I got nobody else to play. Cook's not ready to go, and so Justin Fields is going to be our starter, and then you'd see Tyrod Taylor inactive, right? But it could be such a game-time decision. He doesn't want to name Justin Fields the quarterback, and then on Sunday, Taylor's able to go and he's sitting on the sidelines in full uniform, and it's like, why is this guy play? So he's buying himself some time, and because he's already got a contentious relationship with the media anyway, it's just easier for him to kind of make it seem like he's at battle or at war with Neil Best and Rich Cimini and all those guys, when I think it's the complete opposite. I don't think he's got a problem with them. He's got a problem with his owner, but But he can't be honest and say, well, listen, I'd like to start Tyrod Taylor, but as of now, he's not ready to go, and I can't start Justin Fields because you heard what Woody said. He can't say that.
No, he can't. Again, this is all started from the owner. The biggest problem with the Jets continues to be its owner. And he doesn't know when to stay out of the way. He doesn't understand that no one really wants to hear from him. The reporters do because he gives them headlines. For a team, when you're 0-7, trust me, I've covered bad teams. When it gets to this point, you stop talking about the players on the team. You stop doing the features that nobody's freaking reading. You know they're not reading that stuff, right? All you're looking for now, what are the headlines? How can I get on the back page? How can I still have a relevancy with the beat this year? I can create stories. I can find things that get people to read and draw people in because people are letting go. We've got calls, people telling us, I'm letting go of this team. That's bad for business in the media. So you got to find things. And the guy that is manna from heaven is the owner that can't shut his mouth. And that's what the Jets have, which is what makes them interesting despite the fact that they're 0-7.
I'll give you an analogy that I used on Monday, Alan, when you were off in a second, but there's a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings. Lease a new 2025 Mazda CX-30 2.5S all-wheel drive for $159 for 33 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for details. VIN SM841631, MSRP $26,980. Zero security deposit. Ends 10/31/25. So let's say I'm a billionaire, and I decide, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to invest in a hospital that specializes in brain surgery. And so I hire a bunch of surgeons that operate on brains.
The best.
And unfortunately, 50% of my patients die on the spot.
That's not it.
And I'm an awful hospital, and nobody wants to go there.
Not great stats.
No, that's bad.
So they start asking me what's wrong. Now, I don't know a thing about brain surgery. But I think I do. And so I start answering, well, maybe if we had a better anesthesiologist, these guys would have survived. That's the level of stupidity we're talking about here. It's a man that is beyond his depth. It's a man that has zero understanding of what he owns, and that's okay. Just because you're a billionaire doesn't make you an expert in the field in which you want to invest your money, all right? But unfortunately, he thinks he knows, and that makes him even more dangerous.
Oh, my God, that's your old drop. What's scary is that he thinks he knows, and that makes him dangerous.
Yeah, so find that drop.
Yeah, that existed. We've had this moment before, and I don't know who we...
He doesn't know, and it's sad because he thinks he knows, which makes him dangerous.
That was a great job, Anthony, but who is that about? Was it a caller, or could that have been an owner?
You know who I think it was about? Remember I don't remember his name, but he started many a rant about how he knew more football than me.
Yes. Oh, yes.
And that
I miss him.
We would get it. He would call Alan. He would always call because he knew exactly how to get under my skin. It was during the Eli Manning era, and he knew more than me. And he tried to give examples, but unfortunately, he didn't have the wit, the stamina, the talent to dance with me. So I'd humiliate him every time he called, but it did get irritating, and that's where that drop came from. Now, I usually don't remember things like that, but that's how irritating this guy was. But he just did not. He came to a gunfight with a thimble every single time, and he was humiliated.
You don't know the shape of a football.
See, but he irritated me because nothing bothers me more than
You think you know football? It's just dots on a television screen to you.
It's even better when it's echoed.
It just that little bit of stereo. So, yeah, nothing irritates me more than dumb.
Yeah. No.
So shut up.
But I can't remember his name because that's how traumatic it was for me, Peter. I can't remember his name.
No, but it was intense.
Who cares?
Was it something from Manhattan? Was he from Manhattan?
It was something from Manhattan.
Yeah, exactly.
Call back.
I
need to...
Hey, moron. Hey, throwback moron. Call back. You remember who you are.
He probably has Yes on 98.7 on right now.
We don't know.
They just can't find the show. He can't figure it out. Where'd they go?
Yeah, he probably just wandered into traffic.
All right, let's
get some calls here, baby.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's go to Jimmy in L.A., who's got some thoughts on the Jets. What's up, Jimmy?
Yeah, thanks, Peter. Happy Friday, Don and Alan. I am checked out. As I mentioned to you guys last week, I've been following the Jets since I was 12 years old, back and since 1967, and I don't have I'm just not engaged, and it's just it is utter frustration. And I honestly think, on what you said, there's an expression, you don't know what you don't know.
Yeah.
And Woody Johnson does not know. But I somehow think, and I'm really going out of left field on this, is that I think he runs the Jets as a grift operation. I think he's really, it's like, come on, Woody, what is it? The Jets will always make money, whether they have whatever their season ticket base is. They get it from the TV contract money. And, it may take, in my wildest fantasies, Steve Cohen, maybe a preemptive $10 billion offer. Maybe that'll buy it, because as long as Woody Johnson is the owner, this team is not going anywhere.
I agree.
See, and that's the problem, Jimmy. We're all getting there. And that I feel like the scariest place for any owner is not your team losing. It's your fan base losing interest and just letting go. 15 years, man. That's 5 years is a long time to be bad. 15? You can't survive it. You're losing a generation of fans.
No, you are.
And that's a dangerous place to be.
And you didn't have to worry about it back in the 70s. What else were you going to do? You'd root for the Cowboys or the Dolphins because they were on Monday Night Football all the time. But now with the Sunday ticket and the way that you can consume information everywhere, like why sit there and watch a losing proposition? 15 years, one winning season in those 15 years.
And no playoff.
No playoffs for a decade and a half. So if you're 30, half your life you've watched the team do absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
And why would you continue to do it? Why? And it's I hate complaining about the owner because there's zero you can do about it. And there'll be people that'll invest flying planes over the stadium or getting to billboards, and I feel bad for those people because they're just setting fire to money.
It's like buying PSLs and buying tickets for the team. Renewing your season tickets.
But you said a lot there.
Hard to believe.
You said a lot there. The generational thing, like you lose fans across multiple generations of a family, it's dead.
Well, but think about it, right? Like what Don just said is the most jarring statistic. If you're 30. Because you're 30, you think you've seen something in 30 years of your life, especially the first 7 years of your life. You really aren't paying attention to sports like that. So for the most part, it's like 20 years of your life of being a fan, and for 15 of them, the team sucked.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like you get to a point where I'm 30, and I'm disillusioned. Now you have a kid because you're in your 30s. And are you really going to be like, hey, it's our tradition, we're going to be Jets fans? That's an old school way of thinking. But I'd almost be like, no, you root for whoever you want.
And
you don't want this pain. You don't want to go through this.
And listen, the Giants have been embarrassing too, but the difference is because it looks like they might have the quarterback, that there's a reason to believe, there's a reason to watch.
Yeah.
And so even if they lose guys, there's losing productively because your quarterback's gaining experience, and it might lead to you making some changes with the coaching staff and the general manager, and fans will see value in that. What are you going to have to look forward to as a Jet fan if this team ends up going 3-14? All right, doesn't look like it's that strong of a quarterback draft. You never do a great job drafting a quarterback anyway.
You've had high picks for quarterbacks, and you still don't get it right.
That's what I'm saying. Like even like a Giant fan can say, well, at least I remember them getting it right with Eli Manning and Phil Simms, and like so eventually the Giants can get it right. The Jets never get it right.
Never.
And they doesn't feel like they've got a chance to here. And I'm telling you, you could root for it all you want. They're not changing a coach. So Glenn's coming back, even if he's not the guy.
Don, once again, who the hell wants to coach this team that has any credibility or any resume when you look at ownership and you see what they do? Who would ever want to take that job, knowing the owner, by the way, will never give you full autonomy like the great coaches, the guys with resumes would want when they come in. They'd want the job and say, I'm taking over. You stay the hell out of the way. In fact, your kids, don't come in the locker room. Not until I tell you that it's clear and we got the culture right, because I don't want any distractions. And he'll never allow that. But it's the only thing that's going to save it, because guess what? The last time around, it was the only thing that saved it. When Bill Parcells walked in after 2 of the most embarrassing seasons in franchise history, he came in and he took over, and he was the only voice. And he turned it around within a year. So you can do it, but you can only do it when there's one strong voice and everybody else stays out of the way, and that includes the owner that just can't help himself with giving out quotes and saying things that just create more drama and chaos than necessary right now. What he said earlier this week at the owners' meetings it's inexcusable, it's unapologetic, it's embarrassing, and it's the reason why he is by far the worst owner in New York, in fact, probably in the NFL. Yeah. And that's saying a lot.
Yeah. Allen's dropping bombs.
And the scary thing is that you can't even accuse him of not being interested, because he spent a lot of money on the facility. I think he wants to win.
I wish he was hands off.
Now, if you want to say, well, he went, obviously to become the ambassador of the UK and all that, he might have been checked out there.
Wait, do you think the facility all the way in Florham Park was a really good idea? Putting the team all the way down there,
he
as
tried
far
to get
away from this city as possible.
Was
that really the best decision? Yes, the building is beautiful, and he has invested in it, and he's made it a place for players like that. And that's what you're supposed to do in the NFL. But the decision to put it there, the decisions they made with MetLife Stadium that he was a part of.
He tried to get something on the West Side, right, and it didn't pan out.
It failed.
Which
he didn't have good friends.
Which
he didn't have the right friends.
I never understood that. Nobody's been able to explain it to me. Like, Dolan apparently stopped that because he didn't want concerts to be taken. But it was going to be a stadium. Like, when was Madison Square Garden going to be competing with an 80,000-seat stadium for a concert? Rolling Stones are going to go play at a stadium. They're not playing to the Garden.
Well, Don, I'll say this much, because I remember all that. In New York, when it comes to commercial real estate, there are you need to have friends. You need to make friends. You need to make partnerships. You need to understand where you're building and how you're building and how it's going to affect people around you. And you've got to learn how to work with people. And that wasn't happening there. You were a couple of blocks away from Madison Square Garden. What'd you think? What'd you think was going to happen? There was going to be some kind of friction.
I had a buddy.
How'd you handle it?
I had a buddy who had a hookup in commercial real estate in New York. In fact, I want to introduce you to him. He's hosting a pretty cool poker game. Chauncey Billups is playing. You know what? Forget it. It's for a different time.
It's like back to school with Mellon. Like when he's in that class of all the kickbacks and ways to get things done. Like that's kind of what it is, right? You got to have friends in high places if you're going to get that kind of real estate. But the thing is, God love him, he tried, but he just didn't have the wits or the relationships to get it done. My point is that he's not in this situation because he doesn't care. He just doesn't know how to do it, man. Doesn't know how to do it.
What you said before. He thinks he knows, but he doesn't know, and that's what makes him dangerous.
And you know what? And we were talking about there's no scandal where the NFL would get involved. You do wish that, like, Roger Goodell would look and say, God, I don't want to get involved in people's business. I want guys to run businesses the way they want to run them. But, boy, does it look bad that we got a franchise in New York that just can't get out of its own way. I'd love to be able to get an owner in here that can fix this. But the NFL prints money, and that it's probably something that's not even on his radar.
Well, I'll tell you what, guys. We have a Fraud Friday question
dear God, yes.
on the phone specifically related to the Jets. So we'll get to that and emails in a moment for Fraud Friday. But that's right. But listen up, YouTube TV customers, you could lose ESPN and all the sports you love, including college football, college game day, Monday Night Football, the NBA, college basketball, and more. Take action. Go to keepmynetworks.com to keep ESPN. That's keepmynetworks.com. Quick break, then Fraud Friday on DHR.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
All your favorite NBA players are back, and DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA, is the place to bet on NBA stars this season. With more markets open for more of the game, DraftKings, the #1 sportsbook for live betting, is live when others aren't. New customers, bet just $5 and get 3 months of NBA League Pass. Plus, score $300 if your bet wins, paid in bonus bets. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code WHSQ. That's code WHSQ. Bet $5 and get 3 months of League Pass, plus get $300 in bonus bets if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. 21 and over. New York only. Eligibility and restrictions apply. Bet must win to receive bonus bets which expire in 7 days. Minimum odds required. NBA League Pass auto renews until canceled. Additional terms at dkng.co/audio. Limited time offer.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. At ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. That's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
There's nothing the voice in our head obsesses over like our health. But with over 100 lab tests and insights, Function can help answer the questions like, why am I so tired all the time? How can I get better sleep? My friend was telling me about magnesium gummy she takes. Know if my heart is work stress affected? It's time to up my cardio. If my mom has something, how would I find out? It's time to get some blood work done. A Function membership gives you a comprehensive health check with results tracked over time. Find out what you're made of at functionhealth.com.
Serving contractors, builders, and homeowners in the tri-state area since 1987, Brooklyn Window & Door is New York City's largest stocking dealer of quality Andersen window and doors. The professionals at Brooklyn Window & Door will help solve any of your window replacement needs or applications. Visit Brooklyn Window & Door's award-winning showroom to see the complete Andersen product line, including the 400, 100, A&E series. Andersen, built, backed, and serviced like no other window.
Visit Brooklyn Window & Door at 185 30th Street in Brooklyn or call 718-WINDOWS.
Now let's take a look at the traffic with Brandy Scott.
Thanks so much, guys. Hitting the brakes in Brooklyn, trying to make your way over to the Verrazano Belt westbound. A bumper-to-bumper ride from Flatbush Avenue. Slow crawl on the outbound Gowanus. Delays there from the belt split. You stay packed on the Staten Island Expressway westbound, heading over to the West Shore. After that, no big issues at the Goethals Bridge, making your way into Jersey. All of your approaches at the outbound George are jammed. Deegan southbound backed up onto 87 in Yonkers. Cross Bronx westbound just crawling from the Bruckner on through. Inbound Georgia about 20 to 30 for both the upper and lower decks. Outbound Lincoln, your best ride at 30 to 40. Outbound Holland going to run you 45 plus. This report is sponsored by the Positive Coaching Alliance. Questions about youth or high school sports? Well, the PCA can help. It's a national nonprofit developing better athletes and better people through youth and high school sports. More info at positivecoach.org. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
From kickoff to cash out, ESPN Bet has all the tools you need to score more on game days. Bet smarter with stats right at your fingertips. Get personalized parlays built just for you. And with your fantasy teams synced right in the app, you can back your squad. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with promo code USL to get started. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
A SoFi personal loan is here to help you achieve something once thought impossible: overcoming high interest credit card debt. Walk the tightrope of your finances with one low, fixed-rate monthly payment, no fees required, and as soon as the same-day funding. That's right. Pull off your own debt-defying stunt with a SoFi personal loan. Visit SoFi.com/trick to learn more. Loans originated by SoFi Bank, N.A., member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. NMLS 696891.
Did you or someone you know participate in fraudulent fan behavior?
I'm a fraud with a capital F.
Is your friend a fraud?
I have been a complete and utter fraud.
Are you a fraud?
What is fraud?
Let's ask Don McGreca.
Screw! Go scratch yourself!
Well, listen. Sometimes the only answer is go scratch yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And listen, if that is the only thing, I want to give you a message brought to you by BetterHelp.
Interesting.
Because think about it. If someone came up to you and go scratch yourself, I'd think I'm upset about this. I'd like to talk to someone for help. And October 10th was World Mental Health Day. So here's the deal.
Sure.
I'll be honest, guys. Every day as an adult, everyone on this show can relate. I mean, we have varying degrees of young kids. Alan's got the mix of the whole thing. He's got the old kids to deal with, all the way down to 10. Don's right in the middle of it. I don't know. His kids are now somewhere between 6 and 19. I'm not sure which anymore.
Almost 8.
I think, right around 8. That sounds right. And then I've got a nearing 10-month-old. I got news for you. Every version of this is friggin' hard. Adulting is hard. And if you're looking for someone to talk to about all these things, maybe BetterHelp is the place to go. They'll help match you with the right person. If you're not happy, you can switch to a different therapist at any time. But for World Mental Health Day, let's take a moment to celebrate what they're doing over there and the great therapists who've helped millions of people take a step forward. If you're ready to find the right therapist for you, BetterHelp can help you start that journey. Our listeners get 10% off their first month. Just call pound 250 and say the keyword timeout. That's keyword timeout after calling pound 250. Guys, I've reached this weird phase in the first year of parenting where now when people ask, how are you, I've gotten awkwardly honest. Like, I don't want to even give generic answers anymore. I'm like very long-winded. I'm like, well, listen, some days are great. Some days are really hard. And some days are bad. And, listen, every moment I love my daughter and I treasure her. But I'll be honest, guys, sometimes it's just really, really tough. And I finish talking and I look at the person and like, I just want you to say your kid's doing good, man.
Are they still standing there? That's
I know.
The thing.
That's
you
the
go
question.
through all that. It's like, all right, got to go. All right, well, I got to be somewhere.
And I'm like, you know what? Maybe I wish they just asked, so how, you getting any sleep?
Yeah.
Yeah, you get that right. No.
Dude, I'm just giving your change back. I didn't need a whole story.
Yeah,
Sir,
no.
this is a Wendy's?
Yeah.
Yes. Hey, sir, I just asked about a Frosty. I don't know who your daughter is. So let's go to Mateo, who's been on hold for a Fraud Friday question. Mateo, you'll be our only caller on Fraud Friday. What do you got?
Yeah, am I a fraud if I give up on this rest of this Jet season and I just follow this Jackson Dart Scatterboo experiment?
All right. See, Don? I know you are the judge, jury, and executioner.
Interesting. Interesting move here, Peter.
All I'm doing though is as a representative of Jets fans, can I approach the bench at least? Can I have actually? I need counsel though. Maybe that's what I need counsel with Mateo. May I?
Go ahead. I'll allow it.
Mateo, everything that you said up until jumping on the giant Scatterboo Dart bandwagon, everything there was legal until that. That's your offense. And that's not even a misdemeanor. That's a felony. Like, are you sure you want to make this move?
Well, this is the thing. I want to watch good football. There's nothing to watch from my team. There's nothing. Absolutely nothing.
But there's an entire NFL out there that if you want to just for a season, just kind of like watch a team. Or are you completely – you said giving up on the Jets season. Are you giving up on the Jets entirely?
No. Just the season.
Yeah, season, yes.
And by the way,
I feel it's a felony if you stay in the market. It's a felony.
Well, and Mateo, but hold on. Are you saying you're going to now root for the Giants, or you're saying check out on the Jets and just follow the story of the Dart thing because it's fun?
Oh, no, I ain't never rooting for the Giants. I just want to watch these guys play because they're fun.
Okay, all right, I'm going to hang up now. let's go to the judge. Don?
Go ahead.
There you go.
No, I think he explained it better than he did at first, but I still think it's fraud.
Of course.
Because as a Jet fan, even you say you're going to continue to be a fan after the fact, then why would you take any pleasure in watching the team that you share a stadium with getting it right? Now, if you're going to tell me, can I just watch the Giants' dysfunction? Well, all right, maybe misery loves company. That I understand. Or I'm going to watch football. I'm going to do something else. That's fine. Although I don't love the idea either of I'm tapping on this season, but if they're good next year, I'll be back on board. I mean, no, you got to suffer. That's the way it is as a fan.
No.
That makes the championships that much better.
You're allowed to tap out, in my opinion.
He's a fraud.
It's a fraud. The only worse offense would be, I kind of like the way Drake May's playing. I might just follow the Patriots this season. That might be the only worst thing than saying I want to watch the
There's
Giants.
plenty of football out there. You got to go root for the Giants. I mean, come on, stop it.
No.
Yeah.
All right, fraud.
Yeah, by the way, all you got to say is
we got there.
I'm checking. Yeah, we got there. I'm checking out. I'm just going to enjoy the rest of the NFL. Okay, no problem. Yeah. That's what everyone does.
I'm sorry.
That's called rooting for bad teams.
I'm sorry for stepping in. I just wanted to have a little counsel with him to make sure he understood what
No,
he
that
was
was good work by you.
That's all I was
Don't
trying to
get
do.
bullied by Don. You did a good job.
I did not get bullied. That's why I did it.
Well, listen, I
He's
didn't know,
the judge,
I didn't know,
but you're the
I didn't know they had lawyers.
Listen, you're the judge, and he's like Bull. You're like Bull from Night Court. You know what I mean?
I guess so. Is that a height joke?
No,
I think it just worked. I think it was a pleasant coincidence.
All right. Is there a Marquee Post around that I can hang out with?
No longer with us. That makes me sad.
That's sad.
All right, here we go, guys. Ethan writes us.
Oh boy.
No. This is me just being. I don't want to make you guys feel uncomfortable, but at the same time, I like doing it. This is me as a Jewish guy just laughing at how Jewish this guy's name is. His name is Ethan Goldstein. Neither of you are allowed to laugh at that, but I find it hilarious. Dear DHR, I know this guy's whole life just from his name being Ethan Goldstein. Dear DHR, I'm currently a freshman at Drew University, small private liberal arts college. Again, I already knew that from Ethan Goldstein. Needless to say, we don't have a football team. Again, already knew that from Ethan Goldstein. Therefore, I don't have a favorite college football team. But I do root for the college football teams of my high school friends, such as Nebraska, Penn State, and Michigan. Is this college football fandom fraudulent? All the best, Ethan.
No, it's not. I think the only time that there is fraudulence in college football or basketball is if you went to a school that had a program and you rooted for somebody else. Or you're rooting for somebody else. Yeah, and if you had a chance to go to that school, didn't go to that school, root for. No, I think if you're an alum, you root. I don't understand why people root for college teams they didn't go to that school. But, hey, Drew didn't have a college team, so if you want to get involved, if that gets you going, but you do what you want because you didn't have an alternative anyway. You shouldn't be deprived of following college football because the school you went to didn't have a program. So no fraud.
Wow, here's a good one from Ned.
Ned's dead, baby.
Is Peter Rosenberg a fraud?
Interesting, yes.
For not for not knowing that Sylvia Robinson, the mother of hip hop, who founded and ran Sugar Hill Records, and put out the first hip hop record, Rapper's Delight, by the Sugar Hill Gang, and much more, by the way, was one half of the duo Mickey and Sylvia, who did Love Is Strange. I believe he referred to the artist as Mickey and the Silvers or something. I did get it wrong. Also, it was written by Bo Diddley under the alias Ethel Smith. Check out some Mickey Baker records. He wrote the old guitar booklets you would buy to learn chords and stuff. I'm sure his guitar playing's been sampled extensively. Don, am I a fraud for not knowing? I know who Sylvia Robinson is. I know she owns Sugar Hill Records. Had no idea that was Sylvia of the group Mickey and Sylvia. You tell me, Don, does that make me a fraud?
I'm going to say no, because I don't think you ever claimed to be like a hip-hop savant and knew everything.
Historian.
You're
Yeah,
not
like
an
I'm a
historian.
very knowledgeable hip hop fan. I don't claim that I literally there's not a
That
thing
you know
that
everything.
exists.
Like I don't know much about hip hop, but like the equivalent to metal. Is it as bad as not knowing Ozzy Osbourne was in Black Sabbath? It doesn't feel that way.
Is it not?
No.
Don, I don't know one person. I bet I don't know one person not named Questlove who knows that.
I don't think this is even close to common knowledge in the hip hop community. I'm going to say no fraud, Peter.
Yes.
Okay. I mean, it did happen in the Bronx, not too far away.
So?
Just saying.
Do you know
I
what
think
year was Love Is Strange? 1963.
I don't know.
And then she starts Sugar Hill Records like nearly 15 years later.
Right. Yeah. No. I think
That's
the
tough.
reason why someone would want to call fraud on you is because you're in New York City, and the assumption is you're supposed to know that.
I don't know if he's supposed to know it,
But it's
though.
the same as do I know who scored the first basket in Knicks history? Actually, I do. But it's just the point is not everything you need to know all the silly details. That's
But you know who scored the first basket.
I do, but because it's also the first basket in NBA
But
history. That's the only reason
if you
why I know.
didn't know, I wouldn't say, he claims to be a Knick guy, but he didn't know.
Right.
who scored that
Well,
first
there are
basket.
things that people have thrown at me about something that happened a million years ago, and I'm like, I have no idea. It happens. But
I'm going to say no fraud, and that's my ruling,
I
and you
think
can
no
live with it
fraud's
as you
fair.
like.
Yeah, it's fair.
All right, that is going to do it for
What?
Fraud Friday.
Really?
We got to hurry up because we got Alex Monaco to get to next.
We do have Eric.
I don't like the way that ended at all.
Yeah, I don't like the way that
All right,
felt.
let's go to Eric then. Does that feel
Eric.
better? All right, let's go to
it's
Eric.
much
Make
better.
it better. Eric, take us home. This better be good.
Hey guys.
Yeah.
Happy Friday. All right,
Happy
so
Friday.
I'm a Giants fan, and all my life was a Giants fan because of my father. I have a 8-year-old son, Aaron, who, hey, there he is, plays for the 49ers on his flag football team.
Nice.
And he loves the 49ers. Always wants to watch the 49ers. Does that make me a fraud for having a son who plays for the 49ers and now wants to watch the 49ers?
No. The fraudulism is about you. It's a very selfish type of thing. I am not going to judge you as a fraud or your son as a fraud for straying away from the Giants. No. I think let your kid grow up to be a fan of who he wants to be.
Just
that
make sure
way
he
it's
knows
genuine.
the rules.
That's
Wait,
the way
does he
it's
know the
real.
rules? Don, lay out the rules. His son's listening. Lay out the rules.
Now,
So
you
his son
stay
knows.
a 49er fan.
That's it.
All right, because you're 8 years old now. You've declared. So if all of a sudden you get a hankering for some Giants down the road and want to switch teams, you then become a fraud. Right now, you are not a fraud. But you got to stay a 49er fan. And I want you to call in every year you turn a different age and to confirm you're still a Niner fan.
Yep, we need
I
to
want
hear
to keep
every year.
and I want to keep abreast of what's going on with you. But no fraudulence on this call. None.
That's great.
I'm sorry, I have to admit, guys, I want to tell you the truth because we're family, right?
Yes.
Sure.
I don't like the hesitation on the question. It's not usually one you want hesitation on.
There's a slight delay.
I was taking a sip of my coffee.
But when we wrapped up the question about Sugar Hill Records, I got a text from my wife that said she was shoved by a bum on the subway, and I was angered momentarily, and I've now gotten it back together. I've calmed myself, and I'm ready to move forward.
Wow.
Well, I'm sorry she went through that.
That happened.
Well, I said, how bad was it? I went, did you do anything? Did you just move on? And apparently he shoved her out of the way while she was taking off her bag to sit down, and she just said, thanks, a-hole, and kept it moving. I mean, she's a New Yorker. I don't need to worry about her in those moments, but I naturally do, and I want to now go in the train and fight people.
You want to fight people.
Yeah, but we're not going to do that. What we're going to do is I'm going to go to some BetterHelp. We're going to take a quick break, and then Alex Monaco, thank God, will help us with our picks because we're terrible, and we'll do that next right here on DHR.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids.
know you can donate real estate too? Go to carsforkids.org. That's carsforkids.org.
Are you ready to make a difference for the environment while helping the visually impaired at the same time? Then donate your vehicle to Heritage for the Blind today by calling 1-800-983-6530. Every donated vehicle will either be properly recycled in an eco-friendly manner or given a new life through reuse. Donating your vehicle is easy. Simply call 1-800-983-6530 and Heritage for the Blind will do the rest. They'll even arrange for your vehicle to be picked up at no cost to you. And for a limited time, when you donate your car, you'll receive a $200 restaurant voucher and a 2-night, 3-day hotel stay at one of 50 locations. Call 1-800-983-6530 right now to schedule your vehicle donation and make a positive impact on the environment while helping others. Heritage for the Blind, where every car donation counts and every person makes a difference. Call 1-800-983-6530 now. This advertisement is paid for by Heritage for the Blind. Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, hims.com/joy.
In the city that never sleeps and never stops talking sports, ESPN New York is always on. Now you can live and breathe everything New York sports wherever you are. On your radio dial, on the ESPN New York app, and streaming live on YouTube. However you watch or listen, ESPN New York is always on for you. Hear us, stream us, watch us. This is ESPN New York.
Shop new fall offers at Bay Ridge Mazda. Lease a 2025 Mazda CX-30S for as low as $199 per month or finance for 2.9% APR for 36 months. Or the 2025 Mazda CX-5S for as low as $229 per month or finance for 2.9% APR for 36 months. Plus, enjoy 1 year of complimentary Bay Ridge Plus benefits like ding and dent coverage, key replacement, windshield protection, and roadside assistance. Visit them in Brooklyn or online at BayRidgeMazda.com. Bay Ridge Mazda, where confidence comes standard. See dealer for details.
All right, Don Hahn, Rosenberg, ESPN New York. We're going to get to Alex Monaco and just getting some education on the picks for Week 8 in the NFL, and he'll help us out because all of us are under 500. But first, I do want to remind everybody that every aspect of your business, from the most mundane to the most complex, will operate orders of magnitude better and faster when you add artificial intelligence. AI is literally a race to the top. You all know this. The companies that engage AI first will win. Now, will that be you or will it be your competitors? Think about it. Thrive Managed AI is your advantage over all your competitors. Founded by tech powerhouses, Thrive partners with you on smart and secure AI strategy for your business. Then they deploy and manage it for you. Imagine AI solutions working across every part of your business, automating support, powering chatbots, analyzing competitors, even managing billing, collections, and orders. Now, that's just a taste of what Thrive Managed AI can help you achieve. It makes your talented team even better by letting them focus on what they do best. The race to the top will be won by those who engage Thrive Managed AI first. That needs to be you. Go to thrivenextgen.com/ESPN and get started with a complimentary strategy consultation. That's thrivenextgen.com/ESPN. thrivenextgen.com/ESPN. All right, so after 7 weeks of picks, I have a 9-12 record, and that leads the way when it comes to points on a point scale at 18 points. Don is also at 9-12, but because of our point scale, he has 17 points just behind me. Then there's Peter. He's 6-15. You almost want to pick like opposite of him. He has 14 points. He is trailing right now.
Great allocation, though.
Very good allocation.
I guess so.
By the way, Don, isn't it funny? Normally every year I have a winning record and terrible allocation.
Right.
This year, well below 500, but I'm getting my three-pointers. Either way, we need help, Alan.
We do need help. And while better help is one area we could go to, another area is MSG Network's Alex Monaco.
That's right.
Who
He's
is
on
here
the
right
game
now
tonight, Devils Sharks.
Yes, which is awesome. He's on the broadcast. So he's given us some time today to join us to help us out with some picks and give us some insight on Week 8 NFL. Alex, how are you?
Alan, thank you for the intro. Don, Peter, great to be with you. I'm in Don's house right now. I think he's on the mezzanine. I'm down here on the floor, but I'm fired up to be getting some winners out. By the way, Peter was on the money with the Bud Crawford Boxing Plus money pick a few weeks ago. We got to give him some credit for that.
Thank
that was
you.
a sharp play.
Thank you. I appreciate that, buddy.
Wait, hang on a second. You're at the Rock.
Yeah.
Don has a spacious, luxurious suite all to himself to do this broadcast.
Yeah, he could have come
and
up.
you couldn't just come up and two guys, one mic this thing?
Whoa.
Easy.
Sorry.
We could have, but I like to pace. You know me, Alan. I'm sweating like Costanza over here. So now I got a whole room over here. I'm very comfortable. I live in a Manhattan studio. I'm in a nice studio room. This is where I resonate.
I guarantee you're standing up pacing while doing this, which I love about you. The energy just overflowing. All right, so what do you got for us this week?
Well, do we want to go local first? Because this is all right. Well, let's start, Alan, which you tried to help me avoid being a Jets fan as a recovering San Diego Chargers fan when I first got to MSG.
Mm-hmm.
But we have a little bit of a pitching change. I know Aaron Glenn's sitting there on the podium. Is it going to be Tyrod? Is it going to be Fields? I'm praying it's Tyrod. And I'm plugging my schnoz, and I'm taking the points. But just hear me out. I'm taking the Jets with the 6.5. Let's just do a little bit of reverse backwards thinking here. All right? Cincy's 3-4, but their point differential is -78. Meanwhile, the Jets, 5 of their 7 losses are by 1 score, and they have a point differential of -54. So the worst team that's getting 6.5 has actually a better output than Cincy. And let's just call Zach Taylor, I call mediocre McDermott round 2 over here. He got his first win, gentlemen, before the month of December with anyone other than Burrow. He was 0-17 with a guy not named Burrow under quarterback. So, look, we know we get an uptick with a coaching change. I think Tyrod comes in. This game's going to come down to just can we protect the number. There is one other trend here. When you go against the Steelers the following week since 2023, teams are just 3-13 straight up after beating Pittsburgh, losing by around 8 points per game. We're just taking a number here, but I do actually think they can maybe sneak one out.
What about the Giants-Eagles?
So, Don,
we lose them?
In Denver, and here we are again with the same number. Okay, so Philly hasn't beaten anybody by more than 7. We got a Giants team. This is going to come down to turnovers. One team's.
Oh, no, Alex, we're losing you.
I think he needs to go up to Don Sweet.
Yeah, Alex, we're losing you. Something happened.
You got me?
No, we lost you twice. It got nasty there twice.
Stop pacing around.
Yeah, find a good spot, for God's sake.
I have to walk out there.
Yeah, walk out. Get close to some air.
All right, now I'm walking.
All right.
Now I'm walking. They got me in a room. Can you hear me better now?
Yes, we do.
Yes.
Go for it.
Okay. So we're on the Giants with the 7.5.
Yeah. Yep.
And the game's going to come down. So what I was saying was Philly hasn't more than 7 all year.
Yeah.
You look at what the Giants have done with Bart. The first half's alone, 13 points, 20 points, 14 points, 13 points. If he could just not turn the rock over and then think about the loss. This is a bulletin board material leak, gentlemen. When teams come off of a road game where they're up by 10 and they lose, the following week they're 16-9 straight up.
Wow.
The greatest kept secret is Saquon doesn't have a 100-yard rushing season. What has changed in 3 weeks off of that Thursday night? By the way, I took the Giants on the money line. Philly was 1 for 9 on third down. They give up 127 on the ground. Scatterboo, courtside at MSG. Allen did a great job on pre and post. Ready to run through a wall. This team left food on the table in Denver. They're going to come back to Philly. They're going to cover. It's going to be a lot more competitive than we think. taking the 7.5.
Yeah, it's so interesting though. Part of me thinks like the line is so odd. To your point, the Eagles always come down to one score. It seems like now they have the Giants who play everyone close, and it's a 7.5. It almost makes me think that Vegas knows Philly's going to win big, but I couldn't pick Philly to cover those points. I totally get it.
Yeah, how much does Vegas put revenge game factor and all that stuff? They just played 2 weeks ago, so it's fresh. It's a rival. Like, you're in Philly's house. They were embarrassed after that game. Like, does emotion ever factor in when it comes to this stuff? Because, I mean, I felt that with Vrabel last week going into Tennessee. Like, that was a big number, and it felt like it was a big number because everybody agreed that he was going to go in there and run it up because of who he was playing against.
Absolutely. But let's not forget, this team gave up 33 points in a fourth quarter. I mean, they're coming in Snickers hangry. They should be absolutely ready to run through a Scattaboo wall for this game. And I know what it is. Obviously, Philly's dominated. You got to go back quite some time. They haven't lost consecutive games to the Giants since 2007. But look, Philly hasn't boat raced anybody. They haven't beaten anybody by this number. I just have to do it. I think this Giants team's a real team here to stay in the NFC East.
Okay. Now,
go ahead, Don.
Now, we forced you to do the locals, but do you have a big play? Do you have something that you like more than anything else?
Oh, I always look for an angle. I love players going against teams that they used to play for, the X. Give me the Aaron Rodgers Pittsburgh Steelers with the 3, hosting the Cheeseheads. So as everything that Tomlin is on Thursday nights, especially laying points as a favorite against an AFC North foe, he is the opposite, the Costanza opposite, I say, on extended rest off a loss. So when his teams give up 30-plus the week before, they come back, they're a 71% cover, 29-12-1. Ridiculous output. Secondarily, Jordan Love, if he doesn't get 20 points from his boys on the road, he's 0-6. He's never won on the road if his team scores under 20 points. But this is, again, a locker room that was embarrassed by the cul-de-sac father of 3, Flacco. They have had 10 sleeps to sit on it, and they could not be in a better spot. Now, Tomlin, as a home underdog in his career, gentlemen, is 22-7-3 against the spread. You got to take it.
I love that.
All right,
this is foreshadowing for our pick segment.
I got one more for you, Alex, if you're all right with it.
Talk to me.
Well, I'm an idiot. I'm a clown. I'm a joke. I admit it. That the knowing now that McLaurin and Debo are playing makes me feel like 11.5 is a big number for the Chiefs. You think they cover? All of a sudden, me and Don always talk about how the Chiefs never cover a big number. They're hot the last couple weeks, and now it seems like everybody is back on the Chiefs. How do you see the Monday Nighter?
It's a good buy low, sell high spot. I'm with you on that. We know it's Mariota. They haven't been right, obviously, at wide receiver. I think we have to find a way to get behind that. Plus, a scoreless outing. Remind you, gentlemen, I was 5 years old the last time the Cowboys beat the Broncos in the middle of the 90s. And Bo Nix is 12-1 straight up as a favorite in his career. And by the way, Dak traveling west since 2018 is just 2-8.
All right.
Back in this spot as well.
Alex, thank you so much, my friend. We appreciate the stuff right there. I guess
I'll see you later.
Yeah, and I guess you'll run into the great Alex Monaco later on. Thank you for the takes there, buddy. We have our picks for better or for worse. You may want to listen to Alex more than you want to listen to any of the three of us. Although Alan's actually been decent.
I will tell you, I love one of his picks and I hate one of his picks.
Oh, and yet you can't tell us because it could be tipping the scale.
Word.
Wow. Didn't expect that as the response
I did not expect a word.
You didn't.
He dropped that.
All right, 5 o'clock hour next. Lots of football, picks, ENN, so much to do. Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
To help those who want to be helped but may not be able to afford it.
That's what PGA Tour winner Grayson Murray had envisioned for a foundation before he sadly took his own life at just 30 years old. His parents channeled their grief into creating the Grayson Murray Foundation, carrying out his vision to help those struggling with mental health and addiction. To donate and learn more, visit GraysonMurrayFoundation.com.
There he goes to the 20, 10, 5, it's a
Jet touchdown! That's a Jet touchdown!
Jets fans, be there at MetLife Stadium to see the New York Jets take on the Cleveland Browns on Sunday, November 9th at 1 p.m., presented by Verizon. Don't miss your chance to experience the excitement of game day at MetLife Stadium and cheer on your Jets. Lock in your seats at nyjets.com/tickets and get ready to clear the runway.
And now it's time for traffic. Here's Brandy Scott.
Thanks so much, guys. Hitting the brakes in Brooklyn, trying to make your way over to the Verrazano Belt westbound. A bumper-to-bumper ride from Flatbush Avenue. Slow crawl on the outbound Gowanus. Delays there from the Belt Split. You stay packed on the Staten Island Expressway westbound, heading over to the West Shore. After that, no big issues at the Goethals Bridge, making your way into Jersey. All of your approaches at the outbound George are jammed. Deegan southbound backed up onto 87 in Yonkers. Cross Bronx westbound just crawling from the Bruckner on through. Inbound Georgia about 20 to 30 for both the upper and lower decks. Outbound Lincoln, your best ride at 30 to 40. Outbound Holland, going to run you 45 plus. This report is sponsored by the Positive Coaching Alliance. Questions about youth or high school sports? Well, the PCA can help. It's a national nonprofit developing better athletes and better people through youth and high school sports. More info at positivecoach.org. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
Coach Saban here, and let me tell you, every second matters. Preparation is everything, and that's why I trust Kidda Smoke Alarms.
And as North America's #1 home fire safety brand, they're built to respond over 25% faster to smoke detection. Kidda helps protect what matters the most. Find it at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. #1 claim based on total household installations as of December 2023. 29% faster average smoke detection based on internal testing of smoldering wood fires for Kidda 9th edition versus leading competitor 8th edition products.
8 years ago, I blew my football career.
He dropped it at the 1 yard line.
Chad Powers has arrived on Hulu.
If I can't play as Russ, I'll play as someone else.
My name's Chad.
And last name?
From executive producers Eli and Peyton Manning.
Remember, you're wearing a prosthetic mask? This is acting.
And starring Glenn Powell.
He thinks you're a rubber, you tell him.
Not rubber. I'm a man made of flesh.
The Hulu original series, Chad Powers, is now streaming on Hulu and Hulu on Disney Plus for bundled subscribers. Terms apply. New episodes Tuesdays.
Hey, this is Mika Zibanejad.
Hey, this is Adam Fox. Catch every Rangers game right here on 880 ESPN.
WHSQ and WCBS FM HD2, New York.
5:02 in the big city. Sorry, that's my Don or Allen impression, depending on the given day. Welcome to Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg on this beautiful Friday. Very fall Friday. It's a chill in the air, guys. Wouldn't you agree?
I agree. Felt good, though.
Let it swing, my friend. Yeah, it's out there.
Let it swing. It was leaving this morning, early this morning.
Crisp.
It was in the 40s.
Yeah, my
47, I believe it was when we were.
My trip outside this morning with Bear. I went, oh man, I got to pull my winter hats out. It's time.
It's time.
It's time.
We're getting there right now, and as Halloween is just 1 week away, we have a lot to get to in this hour, guys. We haven't really talked. It's just easy for me to say. We haven't gotten to the Knicks really at all. Knicks got a big game against the Celtics tonight, trying to get to 2-0, and obviously you want to beat a team in Boston who is not exactly loaded this year, and set the tone early in this season that the Knicks are the real deal, and they're not dealing with the likes of a team like the Tatumless Boston Celtics.
Word.
And we have
we got that today.
Screw. Go
you know what?
Yourself.
Can Don drop a word? If Danico makes a great point in the game tonight, wouldn't it be great? Danico finishes his point, and Don just goes, word. And it goes right back to the action.
I'll tell you what.
Be amazing.
If that were to happen.
Legendary.
It could start something. Like, people could start being like, whoa, I'm loving what's happening with these Devils broadcasts. Did Donnie Pucks just drop a word in the middle of nowhere?
Word.
Now, let me throw something at you guys. And I think, I don't know if you guys agree. Feels like for the 5 o'clock hour, we should probably have a lot on the table, the Knicks and the football of it all. But you guys have any idea what the line is tonight for the Celtics and the Knickerbockers at the Garden?
I have not looked.
All right. Interested in a guess?
Throw it at me.
Don, you have a guess?
I am going to say that the Knicks are because the game is at the Garden, correct?
That's right, Madison Square.
The Knicks minus 2.5.
Alan, any thoughts?
Yeah, I was thinking 3.5, 4.
Well, you got it. 3.5.
Yeah.
And I just find that interesting because it's a home game for the Knicks. How do we feel about everyone's availability tonight? Anything different from last game, Alan, or should it be basically the same?
The latest injury report still has Josh Hart as questionable, so he's not out. Rich Robinson is out for sure. Anunoby probable, and Towns questionable.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's still I think we're going to be hearing about game time decisions.
So I just find it interesting, and I know basketball lines are kind of funky, but guys, like just to be real with you, it wouldn't have shocked me with it being a home Knicks game and what the Celtics are at this point. Because it's easy to forget. It's not just Tatum being down, right? It's Drew Holiday. It's Al Horford. This is not the same team at all. I wouldn't have been shocked to have looked up and it's the Knicks 7.5. That would not have been shocking to me.
No, it's just too early in the season, right?
Yeah, I guess they're just still trying to figure it out.
Doing. And there's a little bit of again, if we have the Jaylen Brown comments from this morning, yeah, like he really was.
You want to hear it?
Up this matchup. Listen to him about facing the Knicks.
Absolutely. Yeah, tonight should be a fun one. Looking forward to coming out and competing. Always a great atmosphere for basketball in New York, so it should be fun.
Well, he said a lot more than that.
Yeah, that was a pretty modest part.
Yeah, that was very, very mild. But he had in a previous podcast talked about insufferable Knicks fans that he had to deal with after losing in that series and how much he hated.
Hey, there's revenge, but you can only do what you can do if you don't have the bodies.
Right. No, I know. Early in the season, though, you don't know what the Knicks are. What they did against the Cavs was impressive, but the Cavs were missing, as we said yesterday. They were missing, or 2 days ago, they were missing 3 rotation players, 2 starters. The Knicks were certainly missing, 2 rotation players and 1 starter. But there's still some curiosity. What are the Knicks? What are they going to look like? And in a game like this, you think that Missoula is going to have the Celtics fighting, scratching, clawing. And the way them and the Celtics Sixers went back and forth on opening night, they both put up a ton of points. So Knicks defense going to be tested. And,
I think the Celtics threw up 116 on night one. Now, but I'll tell you this: Celtics started Pritchard, as I mentioned, and so you have Derek White, Peyton Pritchard, and Jaylen Brown. After that, guys,
name me another player, Celtic fan. Name me the next guy.
The great Sam Hauser?
Sam Hauser. Okay, there's one. What else you got?
No, he's not nothing.
Nothing.
Wasn't Hauser the guy that was banged up last year?
Hauser's fine, but he's more a defensive piece for this team. I mean, he's 8 points a game. He's a body.
Yeah,
he's a gamer, but he's not. He's not special.
Yeah. No, but it's still. I don't know. I'm always early in the NBA season. The bad teams don't know they're bad yet, and the teams that were good, that are going through things, like they still have a little fight in them. It takes about 20 games or 25 games for those teams like the Celtics to kind of realize, yeah, this ain't it, and then you'll start seeing guys resting. That'll all start to happen. But early on, like they don't know they're bad, or they don't want to be bad yet. It depends on what their situation is. So you always worry about those early season matchups against teams like that.
Now, the Celtics had a heavy dose of Neemias Queta, who did not play much last year. 17 points and 8 boards, though, in Game 1 the other day. So to your point, Alan, you don't know, with a team that is foundationally and structurally good, like the Celtics, you don't know whether the people that they have are going to be pretty solid.
Well, he's again, one of these bigs that's just a high energy body that's just going to jump and run around and do all kinds of stuff and really disrupt. And those are guys that are a pain in the ass to play against. And, what you want is Huckporty, who the Knicks started at center, Ariel Huckporty. So he's their Queta, basically, a guy that anybody else in the NBA that's playing the Knicks goes, who the hell is this guy, right? But Knicks fans know who he is, obviously. But they're the same. He's the same kind of thing. He's just this energetic dude that can give you good minutes without really being a big name or big impact player when it comes to the box score. So you hope that they equal each other out. But it's once again the Knicks wings dealing with Jaylen Brown. That's it. What they did to Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell had a great third quarter, but then he had 0 for 4, did nothing in the fourth quarter. Why? Because Bridges and Anunoby just basically tag teamed and just took turns just guarding him and not letting him get any airspace. And that essentially was the game. Superstar tried to win a game at the Garden, took over the third quarter, and it felt like one of those nights where the other team's star was going to steal the stage. and all those two, the Knick wings just went, nope, not happening. Shut it down. So they have to do it again.
1-800-919-3776. Got a Knick call, been on hold for a while. David and Elizabeth, what's up, buddy?
What's going on, fellas? Hey, hey, Rosenberg Radio, man, you got to chill out with those good picks, bro. They're going to have Chauncey and friends in your hallway looking for you.
Uh-oh.
He's
3,000 miles away.
This is going to be a thing now.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it definitely is, fellas. Yeah, I just want to say this with the Knicks. I just want us to continue that. Yeah, this is one of the teams that was giving us trouble last season, so if we get a good win, this will be in a positive note. But it's Brad Stevens' team, so I think they're going to be competitive. They're going to get up to play us. You see how Jaylen Brown feels about us Knicks fans? He's coming for us. And, Don, I agree with you. That was fraudulent. I like Josh Allen and Lamar, but we stink, so I'm going to be a Jets fan. Appreciate you, gentlemen.
Thank you, buddy.
Yeah, you got to stick with it, man.
See the way his voice changed, guys? How he went from talking about the Knicks and the Celtics and all this stuff, he had energy, then he went, but I'm going to stay a Jets fan.
Yeah, for the Jets.
The defeat in this man's voice. Woody Johnson, these are your people. This is what you've done to your team.
What other way to describe a Jet fan right now but defeated?
Defeated.
Done. And the Knicks, you're going to be pumped, but that was a great thing you pointed out there. One team is giving him everything that he could want right now to start a season, and the other team is giving him absolutely nothing. But as we continue, there are a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings.
Well, yeah.
Get 1.9% financing on a new Mazda 2025 CX-50 or lease for $219 for 36 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for lease details. VIN SN 390557. MSRP $32,455. Zero security deposit. APR $17.48 per $1,000 financed. Ends 10/31/25.
See what he did there?
I did.
All right, it's all on the table right now. Talking Jets, talking Giants, talking New York Knicks. He's been on hold. I'm giving him a shot. He had a great call the other day when you guys were gone.
Okay.
I'm going to go to Big Dick in Manhattan.
All right.
Hi, Don, Peter, Alan. Alan, I want to close out with your boy from Long Island Lutheran. Greatest thing I've ever seen in basketball. Last year, Peter, it was 80 degrees on Halloween. PJ Carlissimo, talk about fraud on the game. You know I listen to everything. Question why the OKC fans were booing KD in the introduction. PJ, he left your team and went to the opposing team, their big rival. All right. Daboll and Jackson are similar to Boone and Judge. Daboll is not going anywhere. Want to clean something up, you guys?
Where's this?
4 weeks ago, you guys, I got to clean this up. Bert Jones, Don, was better than Andrew Luck. Bert Jones was better than Andrew Luck.
Is this regular?
Hello, fellas?
Yeah, we're there, Richard. What's going on over there?
I'm sorry.
One of your
I'm missing
patients?
guys.
Is this a party?
No, yeah, I'm sorry about that. Daboll and Jackson.
You apologizing to him?
Daboll and Jackson are Aaron Boone and Aaron Judge. They're tied at the hip. PJ Carlissimo. Question Tuesday night on the radio, why the OKC fans...
All right, thanks a lot. Somebody actually hit rewind on him, and you know what, Richard? I apologize, but goodbye.
I tried.
Something just happened. That was very disturbing. He got interrupted by a patient who had the audacity while on the chair trying to get work done, interrupting the phone call, and then he went back like 2 minutes into his own phone call.
I got to tell you guys, Don, I want you to recalibrate. Rather than be angry, I want us to study in amazement at what just happened. That was what? Hold on. Do you think a patient picked up the phone?
Yes.
Yes.
Jacob, you know you're gonna have to go back, and I'm gonna have to hear what happened initially.
And he apologized to us
somebody
for it.
Pick up the line and say, "Who's this? Who's this?"
And he apologized to us for it.
And then
he
you said,
apologized
"Is that a
to
patient?"
the
And he
patient.
said, "Yes."
But then here's my question.
Oh, what do we do?
Why would Richard completely then forget that he already had delivered the point that he made?
I understand if you're going to repeat what you just said, but he went back to the previous point.
Yeah. Yeah.
That
you know
was-
what? I think we hit our peak at the Big East tournament show that we did.
That was a very good
at
moment.
Penn State.
It's really been downhill since then.
And I think that was
careening, if you will.
Well, the thing
Now,
is, I
circling
said
the
this.
drain,
He got
if you
gassed. He got very He got a little high on himself at that moment.
I just think that was it. That was the moment.
You have your moment. You hit the peak, and then you start going down. You start descending.
See, the only thing that's it. See, and this is, we should have a meeting at some point about things like this. The difference, just because we do everything live on the air for you, the people. The difference between me and Don, certainly, but I don't know. I think Alan too.
Love this. You think this is good.
I thought that was
yes.
There's nothing better. I don't know if I'll get a caller better today than a dentist who gets interrupted by someone in the chair, and then a human being rewinds like a DVR and starts talking. I can't get enough of it, but I understand why someone would disagree.
That's the Howard Stern in you. You love that.
It's the train wreck.
Chaos. And then there's that.
Again, Don, I told them to turn this thing down, and it seems like they have the same volume.
They don't know that this is drowning out your amazing voice. This might actually kill your career. How loud that thing is.
I need them to just make it like a light little whistle and make the rest Donnie Pucks. All right, let's go to
with a little whistle.
Let's go to Bobby in Port Washington who wants to talk some Jets. What's up, Bobby?
Hey guys, how you doing?
All right.
I am so happy to get on with you guys. I've started watching the Titans at 7 on the black and white TV at Grandma's house.
God
and
bless.
they were sloppy and losers.
Yeah.
And the man came down from the sky, Sonny Werblin. Oh my God! And he said, "Give me Joe, Willie, Namath, and I will take you to the top of the mountain." And we did. I get tingles thinking of it right now. We will never win with Woody. He likes to buy expensive toys and break them. I mean, it's just terrible, and I'm lost in the sauce. What am I doing now? Sam Darnold. I still watch the Jets. Everybody likes a good train wreck, right? Sam Darnold, I've been riding him since he left.
I love Darnold.
He's coming to his own. What a guy. What a guy.
Yeah.
And Aaron Rodgers, I'm riding with him. I got to. When the Jets get you, I'm with you, okay? And it's just great. It's just great. What do you think, guys?
I think you sound like you are so conflicted and in so much pain.
He's broken.
That you're trying to reason wanting to let go while also telling us why you can never let go.
It is like nothing that goes on in your life. Like I said, if you've gone to a restaurant and it gave you botulism every time you went, you'd give up. You wouldn't go to that restaurant anymore. You'd stop.
It's such a great point.
Wherever you bought clothes or got gassed, you just got robbed at gunpoint every single time. You'd stop.
No, if you had a partner, if you had a girlfriend or boyfriend,
you
treated you like pure garbage. Well, all they do, they cheat on you. When they get back, they slap you in the face.
See, I think it's different. I don't think it's cheating on you. I think they just make such poor decisions constantly where you go broke. Like it's almost like having that spouse that doesn't understand finances, and you go broke, and you say, you can't do this again. I promise I won't do it again. So you build it back up, and then you go broke again, and you keep falling for it instead of saying, you're just not good for me. I can't trust you.
But in a relationship, I can understand.
I wish the Jets would cheat on me. Then I could say, then I have a reason to leave.
But it's difficult sometimes to get the divorce and leave, and it's sticky and it's tough to go through. So sometimes people are like, I just don't want to have to deal with getting a lawyer and splitting everything up, and sometimes you stay together for the kids. This is easy. Just decide, I'm not going to root for you anymore. Done. There's no phone calls. There's no lawyers. There's no exchanging of any money.
It's too much history. I'm too invested because
what are you invested
happens?
in?
No, this
honestly.
is what. Let me tell you what happens to a Jets fan, and you should know this as a Mets fan. This is what happens to a Jets fan. The minute I leave, they'll get good. The minute I leave, because that's the life of a Jets fan. Every time you get invested and you feel like this is the one, the rug comes out. So you know the reverse will happen the second you declare, I'm no longer a fan. That's what'll happen. Oh, sure. Now they'll win. I'm telling you, Don, that's exactly how every Jets fan feels. I defy a Jet fan to call in and say, oh, I don't feel that way.
You just gave the reason.
Way.
You just gave the reason. But what percentages are you working with that logic? Right? You're a man. You're in your heading to your mid-50s, right? And you're afraid that if you give up, they're going to eventually win the Super Bowl.
Or just get good.
Or get good.
Imagine
but they've gotten good.
Imagine if Peter, 15 years, Don, if Peter swore off the Commanders And then the ownership change happened, and then Jaden Daniels showed up. And then he's like, wait, I said I was out. I burned anything I had that was Commanders. I completely erased any connection I had to them. And now they get a new owner, and now all of a sudden they find the
Let me ask you this question. How about this, though, Don? Aren't you allowed, if it's the ownership that makes you leave, and you swear off the team, but you don't go to another team, you just move on and you stop paying attention, but you never pick up another team.
But that's what I'm doing.
And then the ownership were to you get new ownership. Can you come back? I feel like if you don't go to a new team and you leave because of ownership and ownership changes, I'm fine with you coming back.
I just think
it's emotional abandonment, and that's kind of where I am right now.
Yeah, but
it's fair.
But here's the thing: I don't think you should be allowed to completely check out. Here's where, from a fraud standpoint, listen, do what you want in real life, but like in fraud land, is you still watch, but you detach yourself emotionally. Like, I can't understand a Jet fan if they lose in heartbreaking fashion on Sunday to the Bengals to get mad about it. Like, what are you getting mad at? Honestly, why?
Right.
So watch, because that's your team and that's what you've done. That's your tradition. I'm not telling you to stop following the team, but to be still emotionally detached to this, where you're still living and dying, where you're still upset after losses, still punching the wall, I don't get. Like you said with the Mets. Like, I'm a Met fan. But I long ago stopped with the whole, when I was younger, kicking chairs, throwing stuff, just getting like so violent over a difficult, I can't do that anymore. It's stupid.
Yeah.
It's just stupid.
Yeah. See, as long as that's how you feel, because that's literally where I am. Now, because of the job, I have to stay connected to the Jets in a way where I keep up with the news and I follow it. But for the most part, I am at a place that if it wasn't for the job, I don't know if I'd watch every Sunday. I might check in and just see.
Well, see, that's the stuff I'm not sure you should be allowed to do as a fan.
Why? Why would I?
Because
I don't get mad after losses. I don't get mad. I told you the last thing I truly felt, was when Rodgers' Achilles snapped. That's the last time I had any real feel, where I just stood there and I said, I just got.
Well, I will make a prediction,
I was shook
Alan,
by it.
Because here's where I think, Peter's a lot closer to this with the better help and all that. But to play pop psychologist for a second.
Go ahead.
If you are someone that completely detaches yourself, where you're not even watching anymore, you're not even caring, I believe the overwhelming majority of people that do that, if the team ever got good again, they wouldn't reconnect. It just wouldn't be the same. They would show that they were happy, but they would lose it. You got to stay in it, at least in some depth. I'm not telling you to be emotionally attached where you're getting angry or happy, but if you completely disconnect, Peter, I don't think you can then reconnect. That if the team ever got to a Super Bowl, you'd enjoy it, but you wouldn't enjoy it nearly as much than if you at least stayed connected during all the tough times.
Again,
so, Alan, I believe that if the Knicks ever did, if the Jets ever did get good again, you would not be as emotionally attached to them as you were when you were younger.
I know what you're doing. Again, new edition. Can you stand the rain? It's the anthem of a fan.
We do need to set up, Don. You agree? Especially on Fridays, the Alan Hahn drinking game, don't you?
Why? Because I bring it up all the time.
Can't stand the rain.
Well, it's a real thing. It's a fan anthem.
Blood in the ground.
Yeah. It's a bingo card. These are all bingo card things.
Can you guys help us in the YouTube chat room or on Twitter? At me, Rosenberg Radio. What are the Alan Hahnisms that belong on the bingo card for drink?
Make the card and then have a drink. And on Fridays, you got to take
That's right.
Fine.
You know what I'm going to do?
By the end of the show, who's still standing?
What
are you made of?
After the game on Sunday, Devils are playing the Avalanche. Very strange Devils Avalanche home and home. Okay.
Oh, wow, that's bizarre.
Sunday afternoon, calling the game, and then we're going to fly to Denver after the game. So that's a good 4-something flight. I'm going to work on it. I'll present it on Monday.
Done. And by the way,
you trust me? So how many do you need?
I think it has to be 4 at least.
No, you get the board. I want at least 9.
You're gonna need 9.
Wow,
3 and 3.
3 and 3.
Well, so then should we make it all of us? Like when Peter mentions Jaden Daniels, or like we put
anything
all of our
Commanders
stuff.
From Peter.
Anything Commanders, Jaden Daniels, whatever it is.
Yeah.
All right, I'll do. How about I'll come up with Allen's. Alan, you come up with Peter's, and let's get.
I got to
Anthony
come up with yours,
and then you come up with mine. Yeah, how about that?
I like this, but yours are
because you don't want to do it yourself, right? I think.
Yeah,
but I'm telling you, our listeners will do an even better one because I've seen them do this for us before last year.
So just do that then. Like, how about we just have suggestions? I mean, we have an email address. We also have Twitter, and we can just ask people what are the things that are repeated the most on the show. Then we collect them and decide, okay, these are the ones.
But if we work on it
by next
independently,
Friday.
we can compare. We can mix and match.
So we create a bingo card for every Friday, and those who want to partake can have Tullamore sitting right there on the table.
I love what you've done.
And every single time, one of those, and once you get 3 across,
done. I love this. We're on to something, guys. Your phone calls, and we also have picks. We got ENN, a lot to do. Don Hahn and Rosenberg on ESPN New York.
Ballybet Sportsbook. Yo, Ballybet stacked for football season. When it comes to sportsbook apps, it's undefeated. Ballybet. Check out that brand new parlay zone. Here's the kickoff. Build your bets and place them right on your phone. What? Live bets, daily boosts, and promos. Increase your odds so you can win more dough. Touchdown! Ballybet's the play. Make game day more fun and download it today. Must be 21 plus, New York only. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY. Ballybet Sportsbook and Casino. Download it.
There's nothing the voice in our head obsesses over like our health. But with over 100 lab tests and insights, Function can help answer the questions like, why am I so tired all the time? How can I get better sleep? My friend was telling me about magnesium gummies she takes. How do I even know if my heart is work stress affected? It's time to up my cardio. If my mom has something, how will I find out? It's time to get some blood work done. A Function membership gives you a comprehensive health check with results tracked over time. Find out what you're made of at functionhealth.com.
Looking for the best internet deal? It's just a fast phone call away. Only Optimum Fiber Internet delivers the fastest and most reliable fiber internet starting at just $40 a month. That's right, lightning fast fiber internet at a price that won't slow you down. Call 888-4OPTIMUM today to lock in your offer in just a few minutes and see how you can also get the Disney Plus Hulu bundle and an unlimited mobile line on us. Don't take slow for an answer. Call 888-4OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com today. Terms apply.
From the regular season to the Super Bowl, ESPN New York is your destination for football. We've got crazy fans.
If the Giants somehow beat the Cowboys, I'm going to take a dump on your head.
You can feel good because you're a damn football team.
Expert analysis.
Marcus Spears joins us now. ESPN NFL analyst Damian Woody.
Mel Kiper Jr.
The Hall of Famer Steve Young.
He's kind of our resident general manager, Louis Riddick.
We got Mike Tannenbaum right now.
And all your fantasy and wagering needs. This is ESPN New York. We are football.
At Uline, they know going the extra mile takes hard work. For companies pushing to go further, Uline will go the distance with you. 24/7, they answer the phone to get you the shipping and industrial supplies you need. Business can move fast. Unexpected large orders, adverse weather, new safety guidelines, and changing economic trends. Uline works hard keeping 41,000 items ready to ship, minimizing detours on your way to the extra mile. Visit uline.com.
1-877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids. 1-877 Cards for Kids. Donate your card today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Go to carsforkids.org. That's carsforkids.org.
Now let's take a look at the traffic with Brandy Scott.
Thanks so much, guys. We've got a big issue over in Queens. Grand Central eastbound shut down with a car fire by LaGuardia. Traffic is stopped at the Triborough Bridge on the Bronx and Manhattan legs, making it a slow crawl on the BQE eastbound, heading over to that eastern leg in Grand Central. Not moving much there from the Williamsburg Bridge in Brooklyn. All of your purchase the outbound George are awful. Not even the Henry Hudson going to help you out. Southbound Deegan delays go back onto 87 in Yonkers. Looking good at the inbound George. No issues for both the upper and lower decks. Outbound Lincoln Orange 30 to 40. Outbound Holland close to an hour. Devils are home at the Rock tonight in Jersey. Solid delays on 280 in both directions, heading over to 21 in the Stickle Drawbridge in Newark. This report is sponsored by the New York City Department of Transportation. Speeding ruins lives. Drivers, watch out for pedestrians and cyclists and slow your turns to less than 5 miles an hour. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
Some people just know you can save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check if they're going for it on 4th down before going to the concession stand.
Yeah, give me 3 hot dogs, 2 jumbo Touchdown, baby! What?
Hey, buddy, you want cheese with those?
Yeah, checking first is smart.
No.
So check Allstate first and see what you could save. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Potential savings vary, including based on how you buy, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Harry Douglas here. Look, being a man doesn't mean skipping self-care. Manscaped makes it easy to feel confident, clean, and ready for anything. Whether you're at work, hitting the gym, traveling for business, or heading for a night out. The Lawnmower Trimmer gives you precision, the Beard Hedger keeps your look tight, and their grooming essentials smell incredible. Manscaped's tools are built to perform, helping you stay sharp, smooth, and feeling your best every single day. Because real confidence starts with a clean cut and the right gear. Get all the Manscaped products you need right now at your local Target.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you missed it earlier, by the way, and welcome back to Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. Phone lines jammed. Jets, let's see, some Knicks. Lots of Jets, though. This might have added to Jets fans' angst. At least I think this stuff just plays so badly. Here's Aaron Glenn going back and forth with a reporter, we think Neil Best, about the quarterback situation.
I cannot tell you that.
But is it because you don't want to, or because...
That's exactly it.
But with Tyrod's situation in question, doesn't that play into this potentially?
That's exactly why I'm not telling you, because I don't want to.
No, but I understand that, but I mean, is it partly because of the injury?
That's exactly why I'm saying it, because I don't want to. I don't know how many times I got to answer you that. It's not going to change.
Do the players know who the quarterback is?
That's going to be between me and the players.
Don't you wish sometimes? I just wish, has there ever, you guys tell me, has there ever been, because you both would know this more than me, has there ever been a reporter who went, hey, man, we don't have to do this at a press conference. You and me could just fight? Like, I would love to hear a reporter at some point, you know, they've been doing it long enough, like, hey, man, the tone that you with which you're speaking to me, we could keep this going forth, have a nice, peaceful conversation, or the two of us could just go scrap. No. I might lose because you're a former
great Larry Brooks
player.
has had moments like that.
Has he?
Oh, yeah.
I respect the hell out. I wish Neil Best would go, hey, man, you're not my mother. You can't keep talking to me that way.
Well, I think any of us that have been beat writers, we have all had the confrontation moment or two or several. And there are times where you know, like if I don't say something right now, this whole room's going to think they can walk all over me. And, you know, there's a couple of times where you know I gotta say something back, and you do, and in the back of your mind you're going, I'm about to regret this.
Yeah.
Right? You just know I'm about to regret this.
It's just not going to end
You're
well
supposed
for
to keep your cool, and it's not supposed to be personal for you. So and all you want to get, see, what Neil got there were quotes. He got audio. He got a moment. He got a coach, you know, getting all right. Like, that's still a win. Even if he's saying to you, I don't have to tell you, I'm not telling you anything, you're now getting him to say things that are going to make headlines, and you win.
I learned this, you know, dealing with torts. It was always cool to me, but I saw he wasn't cool to everybody.
Yeah, confrontation.
Is that but Alan, you said it. Don't take it personal.
Right.
Listen. No offense to Neil Best or Rich Cimini or any of the guys that cover the Jets. They all do a great job, but Aaron Glenn doesn't know any of those guys personally. He probably knows Rich from his playing days or whatever.
He knows Rich personally. Yeah.
But he's just not – he's mad at the collective. Yes. He's not mad at you. If he says your mother, well, then you got a reason to throw down. But if he's making you feel uncomfortable about your questions, like, hey man, I'm just doing my job. It shouldn't matter. Your response doesn't matter. I'm doing my job. I'm asking the question. I can't make you answer the question, but it's my job to ask it. I've got a boss who wants me to ask this question. I'm going to ask it. You do with it what you want, but I'm not going to take it personal. So there's never any reason, Peter, to your point, to throw down. Why would I get that upset? He doesn't want to answer. He doesn't answer.
I got a story. Now, before we get back to calls, I see we have a ton of Jet calls. I just want to say one thing that I think Aaron Glenn's doing this week, deflecting. I think he's taking the Woody Johnson story and putting it in the rearview mirror and saying, I want them all coming at me, instead of making Justin Fields it sucks as the main story. Instead, I want you to say I suck because I got job security. So you can come at me about how I'm handling you, get mad at me, and it distracts you from my quarterback situation that my owner just turned into a story. I think that's
a great call by you. That would be the right play. I'd like to see that.
And to my point earlier in the show is that Woody put him in this situation where he can't start Justin Fields, but he probably doesn't know right now the viability of Taylor being able to play.
Right.
So he's playing this game and he's taking his anger out on the media, and he probably feels it towards Woody. I got to tell you, all the Jet fans that want Glenn gone, right now, considering how much money he's making and the length of the contract, there's a better chance of Glenn resigning than him being fired. Like, he might just walk away like, I don't need this garbage, man.
I think you're right.
Dealing with him, because he's got to be angered by it. It's got to be. But
you could tell he is by the way.
First year of a 5-year contract. What is he going to do?
Don, you could tell from Tuesday on how Glenn, you could see. Because the last couple of weeks he was softening up. He was being a little more conversational. This week, you could tell he's pissed off. And I don't think he's pissed off at the media.
Let's go back to the people, shall we?
Yeah, let's do it.
We don't have a ton of time in this hour. We'll close out the show after 6:30. A Rosenberg solo vehicle with all the phone calls on all the topics we didn't get to, everyone we didn't get to. But for right now,
and maybe a Richard apology.
I'm good.
I wonder. No, see, Don's moving on. I loved it, but Don's moved forward. Well, don't worry. We'll hear at the beginning of ENN. We'll get you caught up. Oh no, Richard is actually on hold to apologize. Oh my God, I'm not going to do it right now.
Tremendous.
Wait, Richard's on hold twice. This is unbelievable. It's him and the guy in the chair. They're both on hold.
Let's just stick
Move
to
forward.
the Jets calls.
All right, let's go to Pete. It's bad when you want to stick with Jets calls. Let's go to Pete in Brooklyn. Hey, Pete.
Hey, how you guys doing? Thanks for taking my call. Long-time Jets fan since 1972. I am not jumping ship. I bleed green and white. So we're going to have some struggles here, and I'm riding with my Jets.
God bless you, Pete.
Yeah, God bless you.
Talk about some struggles. There's been some struggles.
I'm wondering, Pete, since you became a fan in 72, was that Unitas versus Namath game in 72 the one you over?
Pete's
one of the great Jet games of all time.
Let's go to James.
One of the last ones.
On Long Island. He's got a different theory. James.
Hey, how y'all doing? Y'all can hear me clearly?
Yeah, you sound great. Maybe best line we've had all day.
Cool.
You hear me? Yes.
I appreciate that, Peter. I'm trying for you guys.
Lend your phone to Alex Monaco next time you see him.
Go. All right. So I think it's a perfect time to get off the bandwagon or get off of being a Jets fan. I looked something up online. I said over the last 20 years, the Jets now are 2 losses away from having 200 losses. It's the perfect time to get off. Over the last 10 years, I think they have 109 losses, 46 wins. I had friends, family who are Jet fans, and they're suffering. I see pretty much every week they're like Dave Rosenberg eating the microphone every week for the past 10 years. Save yourself. Just let it go. Find a new team. Enjoy your life.
Well, yeah, why not?
Can we do something where you can euthanize your fandom of a team?
I love
it.
Have
like a ceremony where you just
say goodbye.
And it's over.
So you have a funeral, essentially.
Yeah. I mean, we could probably provide a service, right, where we actually do something.
Last rites,
where
the
we
whole
say
thing.
goodbye to the fandom. We bury it. We do something. And
and
we have a big party afterward. Right?
Say goodbye.
We'll have a repast after. We'll all get together, talk about how great it was to be a fan for a time, but it was time to move on, and bury it. Dead.
And by the way, in
Tombstone
the
it.
case of the Jets, talk about it was never really a great time.
So talk about what a great idea it was to do this. Why didn't we do this sooner?
Yeah.
I think we're onto something here.
It would be like
I'll
going
tell you
to a
what.
funeral for somebody you hated.
Here's what I'm going to do. If the Jets don't win a single game this entire season, 0-17, never been done before, we will hold a funeral for my Jet fandom.
I love it.
And we will bury it. I have one. I was gifted a couple of jerseys. I don't wear jerseys, but I have them. One is a Boomer Esiason jersey. It's one that I really like the most because it's a Long Island guy, right?
Yeah.
I didn't get a Testaverde one. He's a Long Island guy too. I never got one. I was older, but when Boomer was a quarterback, I was still fairly younger. I will take that and I will put it in a box and I will bury it in the ground.
And then we can have
like
a repast after. We'll get together, we'll have food, we'll break bread.
Yeah, we'll do the whole thing. Yeah,
we'll mourn together.
Yes. Friends can come by. They can, we can talk about like the Jet fandom and the good times.
We're
the rare,
joking, but if
the
you were
rare
able to
good times.
provide some sort of a service, like if we were able to rent a space and kind of make it a funeral home for fandom,
I think we could do it.
Get it like a picture of you as a kid in a Jet jersey.
Oh, my Richard Todd. Absolutely.
Yeah, right there. Everybody can sign in.
Yep.
Donate in lieu of flowers. Donate
Yes,
to your favorite charity.
Please, let's do that. So again, I'm on record. 0-17.
It's not. I still find it difficult to believe just because of the fact their defense has played well, that they will stumble into a couple, but hey, no, 0-7, right? You're only 10 away.
0-17 might break me, honestly.
That could be it?
That really could do it. There's so much else for me to do in my life. Other teams I can enjoy.
You're
I
a
get
young
mad about
man,
the
for
Yankees
God's
because they get to the playoffs every year and lose. Like let that be the thing I get upset about, please. This is not worth my time. Not with a guy, again, at the very top of the organization. You could hire and fire everybody you want. You could get the number one pick in the draft and take a quarterback. Guess what? They're all going to fail. All are going to fail.
Right.
Because at the very top, there is a lack of leadership, and that's the problem.
Your Yankee dilemma is like getting a wart lanced, right? the Jets are like open heart surgery, and you're not going to make it.
Yes, exactly.
We got the rib spreader, but the Yankee stuff, forget it.
No, please. Are you kidding? It's nothing. It's a hangnail.
Bunion. It'll heal.
Guys, YouTube TV customers need to listen
stop.
up.
Yeah, no, seriously.
No, it's important.
This is big.
Listen up because you could lose ESPN and the sports you love, including college football, college game day, Monday Night Football, the NBA, college basketball, and more. In other words, all the sports on ESPN.
Jeez.
So you want to take action, go to keepmynetworks.com to keep ESPN. That's keepmynetworks.com to keep ESPN.
It's so it's so tiresome, isn't it, Peter?
What, these things
Every
happen
so
over and over
often,
again?
Some outlet is shutting down channels and the viewer gets held hostage, right?
Yeah, because, as a sports fan, to not have access to ESPN, respectfully, that's a tough one to have. Let's go to Richard in Rochester. What's up, Richard?
Richard, Rochester.
Been a Jet fan since 1967. I was 14 years old, and I checked out last year, actually.
Congrats.
I didn't have much confidence.
God bless.
And they will, in my opinion, they will never win with Woody Johnson as owner. Never, because not only doesn't Woody know football, he doesn't know business. He's a trust fund baby who never ran a business in his life. He don't know how to run people. He don't know how to run a business. He's an imbecile. Totally. And Don, you're right. If the Jets happen to do win, it won't be the same. If I see Woody holding up the Super Bowl trophy, it'll be a mixed bag for me.
Yeah, I don't think you have to worry about that, though.
Yeah, right.
That shan't be happening.
I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah,
Thanks for the time, boys.
Thanks, Richard.
Richard.
What he's saying, you hear it. What he's saying, right? It is the defeated feeling that you have. It just is. I can't have that hope. They're already lining up all the sayings that I must repeat constantly on this show for the bingo card.
Oh, what do they got?
One of them that I think is actually funny because I do use it a lot is the Lucy pulling the football away analogy.
I use that quite a bit on my podcast as well.
But it's really how it is life as a Jets fan. Every time you're like, this time, Charlie Brown, I'm going to kick. This time I'm going to kick it to the moon. You just feel this time it's going to stick. This time it's going to happen. And then Vinny Testaverde goes down. And then Chad Pennington gets hurt. And then Brett Favre gets hurt. Right? It's just one after the other after the other. Then what was it? Chris Jenkins gets hurt in the back-to-back years in the playoffs. The most important defensive player you have. Like, it's all these things that happen, and you just say to yourself, like, why can't just 1 year it just happen, work?
And now Lucy's
eventually
she's not even spotting the ball anymore.
No, she's not even holding
Lucy
the ball.
Went home.
Right, she doesn't even hold
somebody
the ball
else.
Anymore. The ball just sits on the ground, and you still can't kick.
It's more like not only do you miss the ball, but when you land on your head, she pulls out a revolver and just ends it all.
Yeah, right. Just
please, I wish she would.
By the way, that would be better.
I wish she would.
All right, let's take a break. Picks when we get back.
Oh boy.
Maybe this is the turnaround week. Maybe
this is the one.
Maybe this is the, because I'll tell you what, when I look at the board, I don't love a lot here, but we're going to try our best. We'll do that next right here on DHR.
Is college even worth it these days? At Empire State University, it actually is. They are SUNY's leading online university. Flexible, affordable, and built for real life. With more than 120 degree programs, you can study what matters most to you. And students agree, they're ranked #1 in student satisfaction among SUNY schools. Whether you are finishing what you started or starting fresh, your goals are within reach. See for yourself. Visit SUNYEmpire.edu before the next term begins.
Serving contractors, builders, and homeowners in the tri-state area since 1987, Brooklyn Window & Door is New York City's largest stocking dealer of quality Andersen window and doors. The professionals at Brooklyn Window & Door will help solve any of your window replacement needs or applications. Visit Brooklyn Window & Door's award-winning showroom to see the complete Andersen product line, including the 400, 100, A&E series. Andersen, built, backed, and serviced like no other window.
Visit Brooklyn Window & Door at 185 30th Street in Brooklyn or call 718-WINDOWS. This October, the only thing scarier than missing the game is missing out on a brand new Kia. At Kia City of the Bronx, 3505 Connor Street is where the ghosts of old rides get traded in and new legends are born. They've got a monster lineup of new Kias that'll take you from tailgates to haunted houses in style. Visit KiaCity.com or call 646-917-7955. Don't get spooked, get moving. Kia City of the Bronx, where Halloween meets horsepower.
Health surprises can change your life in an instant. You've seen it happen to others, but it doesn't have to be your story. At Princeton Longevity Center, we customize actionable and proactive health plans to maximize your lifespan and take control of your health. Our Cancer Check program combines cutting-edge technology with top medical expertise to keep you ahead of potential risks. With advanced full-body imaging, genetic testing, and multi-cancer detection blood tests, we look for even the earliest signs of problems. Results are analyzed by expert physicians who craft a personalized plan to safeguard your future. You're not just a patient, you're a partner in your health journey, backed by a team committed to helping you live longer, healthier, and more vibrantly. Our programs have saved hundreds of lives and empowered countless others to take control of their health. Be proactive with your health for the ultimate peace of mind. Call 888-8000-PLC or visit PrincetonLongevityCenter.com.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Caffeine doesn't have to be bitter or boring anymore. 5-Hour Energy shots are bringing the flavor and the energy. One of my personal favorites, Strawberry Banana, is giving smoothie vibes in a compact caffeinated shot. Whether you like your energy sour, fruity, or tropical, with 17 flavors, there's something for you. And yeah, it's got as much caffeine as a 12-ounce coffee, but zero sugar and no crash. Big flavor, tiny bottle, tasty caffeine done right. You can grab yours in-store or hit up 5hourenergy.com or order on Amazon today.
Out here, days are getting a little cooler, and mornings are starting with a few more layers. It's the season for more time at the grill, more feed for your animals. Heaters burn late into the night, and the woods start calling your name. We appreciate hard-working hands, shared moments, and love for our land. That's why season after season, we're here for your life out here. Tractor Supply.
In the city that never sleeps and never stops talking sports, ESPN New York is always on. Now you can live and breathe everything New York sports wherever you are. On your radio dial, on the ESPN New York app, and streaming live on YouTube. However you watch or listen, ESPN New York is always on for you. Hear us, stream us, watch us. This is ESPN New York.
Right now at Bay Ridge Honda, fall into savings with unstoppable savings across their full lineup of Honda cars, trucks, SUVs, hybrids, and EVs during the Fall for Honda sales event. You can get the HR-V all-wheel drive LX for $299 a month with zero down during the Fall for Honda sales event. Plus, receive thousands in benefits and savings with their Bay Ridge Plus Advantage plan. Upfront pricing, total peace of mind. Visit BayRidgeHonda.com. 39 months lease, 10,000 miles per year, zero down plus tax, tag, and fees. See dealer for full details.
What's the game called?
Football.
These are the Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg Pro Picks.
That's football! Now, before we get into these pro picks, soccer fans, the Audi 2025 MLS Cup playoffs are here. Saturday, November 1st, NYCFC at Yankee Stadium for Game 2 of their best-of-3 series against Charlotte. Kickoff set for 3:30. That's going to be a good one. I actually want to try and make a playoff game this year. We'll see. For your chance to be there, enter now at ESPNNewYork.com or through the ESPN New York app. Just click the contest tab and submit your entry. Don't miss this opportunity to experience playoff soccer as the boys in blue begin their chase for the cup. Tickets are available now at Ticketmaster.com/NYCFC. Shout out to NYCFC. We send them the best. And the Pro Picks segment on Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. Alan Hahn, your leader. He was 2 for 3 last week, 3 points. He's 9-12 for the season, 18 points overall. Donnie Pucks was 1 for 3, but it was his 3-pointer. He's at 9-12 for the year also, but 17 points, 1 point behind. And then bringing up the rear, I was 1 for 3, but I hit my 3-pointer again, which is the only thing keeping me alive here.
Big.
I am 6-15. This has to be the worst record I've ever had through 7 weeks.
Sounds bad.
But you're right there.
Hit my 3-pointer.
You're still in the game.
I'm only 4 points back in spite of my horrifying record.
1 good week away.
Allen has the best score, so you can get us started on what I think is a dreadful week of picks.
It's not easy, no doubt about that. But I'm going to go with my 1-pointer first out of the gate. It's an interesting game if you really think about it, too, when you have the mentor and the mentee kind of meeting each other, protege, if you will. The 49ers are going to Houston to play the Texans. The Texans, being the home team, are laying 1.5 points. But I'm going to take the 49ers on that for my 1-pointer. 2 really good defensive teams, 2 teams that will hold you down in scoring, but a running game and an offense on the Niners side that I think could get the best of Houston, which is very mediocre at home. My 2-pointer is, I think, feels like it's begging me. It be calling me. And that is Atlanta. I'll lay 7.5 against a Dolphins team that has almost quit. They have shipped the cars. They're heading home. They are done. They have a coach who is literally he's walking the green mile. Like we know this. Tua and his teammates are looking at him side eye. That's my 2-pointer. Atlanta's going to blow him out. My 3-pointer. You heard Alex Monaco mention it. I had this written down before he mentioned it. Him bringing it up made me feel even better. Does anybody really think Aaron Rodgers is going to lose a game against the Green Bay Packers, his first meeting? He is at home. He's getting 2.5 points. The Packers were a team that started the season out. We thought they were Super Bowl contenders. We thought they were going to be this great team. They have really not lived up to a lot of things this season that we thought they'd be. And I'm just going off of the emotion part of it, which I know isn't a big part of making picks like this. But I just go back again. Do we really think Aaron Rodgers is going to lose his first opportunity to face his former team? My answer is no. That's my 3-point play.
All right, Alan, I'm going to agree with Alex to start. And as crazy as this sounds, I'm going to go with the Jets. You take a look at how bad things have been for them. They lose Sauce and Wilson, and the line didn't move. And because they're bad. But they're also going up against the worst defense in the NFL. And I do think Taylor's going to play, and I do think there'll be at least an air of competence around the quarterback position that we haven't had when Justin Fields played since opening day. And the Jets, if you look at it, they've hung in all these games. 1-possession games in 5 of the 7 losses. It's 6.5. Cincinnati stinks. Jets will lose, another heartbreaker, but I think they cover the 6.5. That's my 1-point play.
1, 2, 3-point play.
I think the Bucs bounce back on the road, so I'm sticking with the road theme. 3.5-point favorite at the Saints. I don't think the Saints are any good unless they get turnovers, but I can't predict turnovers. I just think the Tampa's going to bounce back, get a win, cover the number on the road as my 2-point play. And sticking on the road as my 3-point play, this is spitting in the face of Alex Monaco. I'm going with the Cowboys on the road in Denver against the Broncos, and I'm going to tell you why. The hook. Broncos always win these field goal games, so they'll beat the Cowboys by a field goal, but that hook is why I'm going with Dallas. Also, Cowboys 3-0 against the spread as a dog so far this season. So Denver always keeps it close, and they're coming off a miracle win, and sometimes that does not age well the next week. So I'm going to go with the Jets as my 1-point play, the Bucs as my 2-point play, and the Cowboys as my 3-3-3-point play.
3-3-3-3-3. All right. A lot has been said in this segment. Some things I agree with. Some things I think I can't believe the words that are being said out loud. I'm going to start going right up against Alex Monaco and Alan Hahn. That was a cute, cute story that everyone told about the great hero Aaron Rodgers and how there's no chance he can lose.
Hater, I love it.
Packers are a better football
Make
team.
it your 3. Make it.
I'm not mad at this pick.
The Packers are a better team. We're leaving it. I'm sorry. We watched the Steelers duel with Cincinnati before coming up short.
Give me a 3.
I'm not going to give you a 3 because it's not my favorite pick of the day.
Guts.
But I'm sorry. I just think you sound nutty. Oh, Aaron Rodgers. The last image I have of that game is Aaron Rodgers crying because his teammates celebrated with him too hard. Give me the Green Bay Packers. Jordan Love. They're 4-1-1. We're acting like they looked like Super Bowl contenders, and they're in the doldrums now. I mean, they're still one of the best teams in football. I'll take the Pack. Give me those 2.5 points. I'm giving the 2.5. Doesn't matter. Yeah, won my field goal, no problem. Whatever. Now, here's the one where Don, I thought, had an aneurysm. I'm worried about him. Think he may have stroked out. And he's done this before. He may not want to admit it. And who am I to talk? My record's disgusting.
Who's going to stop you from talking?
Yeah, that's right. I'm in the studio. No one can stop.
Exactly.
I can't believe he touched the Jets. Now, I'm not saying I'm going to be right, but to actually choose willingly to ride with the New York Jets, I think we'll talk to him on Monday and he'll go, I'm sorry, I blacked out. I don't even know what I was thinking. I hear you. Maybe things can't get any worse for the Jets, but I also just watched Cincinnati last week on Thursday Night Football. They seem to know how to move that thing with Joey Flacco, and sure, they may have a horrible defense. Guess what? The Jets have no offense. I don't even know who's going to be at quarterback. Give me the Bengals minus 6.5. They'll cover easily. This will be one of those weeks where we're not like, oh, the Jets are in it to the very end. Nah, it won't be. 27-6. Give me the Bengals. 1, 2, 3-point play. And my 3-point play, I'm up there with Alan Hahn. I think the Falcons are actually something, and they're playing a garbage football team this week. Don, I liked your Bucs pick as well. That was tempting, but you never know with those divisional matchups. I like the Falcons to cover against the crappy-ass, respectfully, Miami Dolphins. That'll be my 3-point play. I got the Packers for 1, the Bengals for 2, and the Falcons for 3. There you have it, guys. We have our picks in.
The picks are in.
Are we saying goodbye to you now, Alan?
We are. I have to run to the rink.
Good luck,
Zach
boy.
is making his season
good
debut
looking
tonight.
kid. I saw the picture. Great job. Good luck to him, man.
Thank
and
you guys. I'm fired up.
Big week for Allen. He's got senior night in high school. He's got a kid playing hockey in college. It's all happening. Have fun. The Hans, hope you have a great night. Hope you find a delicious place for dinner once the game's over.
Oh, that's definitely happening, but we first got to get to the game and just see this thing. I got to see it with my own eyes. It's going to be awesome.
3 apples.
Thanks, boys.
All right, buddy. Enjoy it, my friend. We'll be thinking about you.
Hopping after 10. You know that.
Yeah, I've heard that. All right, we'll take a break. We'll see if Don's brain has recovered from whatever happened that led him to picking the Jets. We'll do ENN next right here on Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
You know so much about who you are. But do you know what makes your body your body? With over 100 lab tests and insights, Function can help you know the truth. Because you know you're made of grit, wit, and a good heart. But just how healthy is that heart? You know you're made up of all the places you've called home. You know you're made of your mom's sarcasm. And now you can find out if you have her thyroid too. You know you're made of college all-nighters and 30s early-nighters, but those still don't explain your sleep issues. You know that you're made up of good meals with even better conversation. But are you actually absorbing those nutrients? A Function membership gives you a comprehensive health check with results tracked over time. Find out what you're made of at functionhealth.com.
To help those who want to be helped but may not be able to afford it.
That's what PGA Tour winner Grayson Murray had envisioned for a foundation before he sadly took his own life at just 30 years old. His parents channeled their grief into creating the Grayson Murray Foundation, carrying out his vision to help those struggling with mental health and addiction. To donate and learn more, visit GraysonMurrayFoundation.com.
And now it's time for traffic. Here's Brandy Scott.
Thanks a million, guys. I hope you have a great rest of the night and a fantastic weekend. We still have this issue on the Grand Central eastbound in Queens. Car fire being cleaned up by LaGuardia. Only a couple of lanes are getting by. Traffic is at a standstill at the Triborough Bridge on the Bronx and Manhattan legs. Brooklyn Nets home at the Barclays tonight. Season opener just packed on the westbound BQE heading over to Atlantic Avenue. Delays there from the Kosciuszko Bridge. Eastbound side, you're jammed there from the inbound Gowanus. All of your approaches the outbound George are at a standstill. Cross Bronx westbound crawling from the Bruckner on through. Inbound George about 5 to 10 for the upper deck. Outbound Lincoln, your best ride at 45 minutes. Outbound Holland going to run you an hour. We've got the Knicks home over at MSG. Just no easy way to drive into Midtown. Definitely want to stick with mass transit. Devils are home at the Rock in Newark. Packed on the Turnpike Eastern and Western Spurs southbound heading over to 280 in Kearney. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
There he goes to the 20, 10, 5. That's a Jet touchdown! That's a Jet touchdown!
Jets fans, be there at MetLife Stadium to see the New York Jets take on the Cleveland Browns on Sunday, November 9th at 1 p.m., presented by Verizon. Don't miss your chance to experience the excitement of game day at MetLife Stadium and cheer on your Jets. Lock in your seats at nyjets.com/tickets and get ready to clear the runway.
Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so like everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are like so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football, it's a pepper thing.
This college football season, show your school spirit every time you pay. Introducing college-branded Venmo debit cards. Rep your team on and off the field with custom school designs that let everyone know who you root for. Whether you're tailgating, grabbing snacks for the watch party, or celebrating a win, you can unlock 15% cash back at ESPN. 1 free year of Perplexity Pro and more. This college football season, score more with the Venmo debit card. Get yours now in the Venmo app. Learn more at venmo.com/collegecard.
Max cashback varies. Terms apply. The Venmo MasterCard is issued by the Bancorp Bank, N.A.
880 ESPN, WHSQ, and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. A Good Karma Brands radio station. This is an ENN special report. Now reporting...
The very handsome Jewish man, Peter Rosenberg.
We should talk some sports. Do what you want. It's ENN.
Peter Rosenberg!
Hi, everyone. How are you? Okay, good. Welcome to ENN.
Ray-Ro.
You ever watch YouTube?
I'd like to start off by saying good evening to Don.
Word. You knew you were going to hear that again.
And while doing that and saying hello to everybody, I would also like to say Amazon Pickup's amazing. The ultimate in convenience. All right, you already have Amazon.
Word.
It's a part of your life.
Word.
And tell me, do you or do you not want to make your life more convenient?
Screw. Go scratch yourself.
Because of course you do. Have you know how hard it is trying to get things done during the day and get things delivered? But guess what? With Amazon Pickup, it's so easy, all right? You get the flexibility to get what you need done between whatever you're doing. Between my show, errands I'm running, taking care of the baby, whatever it is.
Whatever.
I can order online at checkout, choose the pickup location that's most convenient. You get an email when it's ready with instructions how to pick it up. It's quick, secure, and always at no extra cost. Check it out for yourself. Trust me. Go to Amazon.com/pickupmvp to learn more. That's Amazon.com/pickupmvp.
Word.
I'd like to say good evening to Alan.
Tom Thibodeau got him out of the suck.
And I'd also like to say good evening to myself. You know what? That might be some hardwood later. And I'd like to say good evening to myself. Let it swing, my friend. And to myself. I'm either dumb or gutless. Here's a troubling moment. Good evening, Richard.
Want to clean something up, you guys? Who is this? Who is this?
So you have a party line, or is it a patient?
Oh, there's more from Richard.
Bert Jones was better than Andrew Luck. Who is this? Is this regular?
And he was the one who's like, hello? What? Then he apologized to us, and his patient's sitting there.
He's on hold again to say sorry again.
I got to find out. We got to get to the bottom of what happened.
Want to clean something up, you guys? Who is this? Who is this?
Oh, I hope everything's all right. But it's okay, Richard. Tell Richard he doesn't have to apologize. I accept the apology, and Don says,
Screw. Go scratch yourself.
But he's all good in my book. He always creates some entertainment. All right, Don. A lot happening in the world. Let's hear from Steph Curry. By the way, Golden State 2-0. And a 40-burger last night. Was it 42, I think, from Steph?
Wow.
Another win. I'm telling you, I like Golden State to be back in the mix this year. I think that's happened. Here's Steph on the NBA FBI situation.
I think on the whole, everybody is very mindful of, what to do, what not to do, and understanding the landscape of, sports right now in general. And that's not just an NBA thing. It's just new territory for everybody. So I think on the whole, we all are very responsible. The integrity of the game is fine. And then obviously we'll let the situation play out, whatever happens. But I wouldn't worry about that too much.
I don't like that.
What, just the downplaying?
Well, just the whole level. This is new for everybody. It's old. It's not new. It's old. It's been around forever. Forever. So let's not steer this to, we've got legalized gambling now, so we all don't really. No. Bad people doing bad things. That's always been the case forever. All right.
I'm with you.
I know I get sensitive about this stuff, but like the whole. This has nothing to do with legalized gambling. This has always been illegal. What Chauncey Billups did has been going on forever, and he deserves to be punished for it.
Can I say something? Can I say something in defense of Steph? And this is all hunch. I don't know Steph Curry. My guess. What's your name? Don?
Yes.
My guess is he's so far removed from stuff like this that he's kind of grasping at straws at even what to say. And he's got to get asked about it. He's one of the faces of the league. But come on, I bet if there's a player unlikely to be hanging out at poker games late at night with, people named Joey Boombats, I don't know if I think it's Steph.
But we had a caller yesterday talking about how we've all been desensitized to gambling because it's now legal. That's not what happened here, all right? The decisions that Rozier made, the decisions that Billups made, if in fact they're guilty, were poor decisions no matter what era you're in.
Sure.
And had nothing to do with, I've been watching DraftKings ads or MGM ads or FanDuel ads, and now I'm kind of confused on what I can and can't do. Bull, they sit you down the second that you make it to the league. Don't do this. Follow these rules. You decided to break them because you got a problem or you just wanted to make some extra cash. Let's not all of a sudden say, well, putting society on trial, right? And that's what I feel like Steph's doing. And I'm not killing him. I'm just saying I think that's the instinct that, well, we live in a different world now and we all have to get adjusted to. No, that's BS. Stop it. Bad people doing bad things. That's all that is, and that's all it'll ever be.
Screw. Go scratch yourself.
Brian Windhorst on with Kay earlier, what he thinks the league will do to combat the betting issues.
I suspect when the dust all clears here, what's going to happen is the league is going to come down on teams and say, I know you don't want to tell the opposition whether your star is going to play, but if you decide at 10 in the morning that he's going to play or that he's not going to play, you got to say it at 10:05. And if we found out that you didn't say it till 2:05, we're going to fine you. That is what I expect we're going to get out of this, because that's what the new accusation is in here, and it involves a guy in Chauncey Billups who's regarded as one of the class individuals in the NBA.
Also, we said this yesterday. It's so true and obvious. Can you guys get rid of the player props? If it's not the top few stars on the team, the player props should be out.
Well, the player
props they should. Don, it's the biggest few players. That's all that should exist with player props.
Yeah, but you know who doesn't want to see the player props removed?
Who's that?
The networks. Because if you got a garbage game, you might keep a few more viewers because they're in on a player prop. So if you got a 20-point game in the fourth quarter, they may hang for a game on national television.
And the sports
or
books
local
are
game.
Obviously raking with it.
Right, and yeah, people love doing that, and it keeps you engaged, and it's an easy thing to sell, and I don't think anybody wants to get rid of it. And if everybody plays by the rules, you don't have to.
Don, can you believe that apparently Sid Rosenberg had something pretty horrible to say with regard to Mamdani in a conversation with Cuomo? And I was told that the post was moving around, and there were people in the comments going, I can't believe Rosenberg from Hot 97 said this. I mean, he's almost 70 years old. How could anyone do that to me?
Well, he's older than you. He's not near 70. I think he might be 60.
That's nearer to 70 than I am.
But, you know,
come on.
Rosenberg is a fairly common name.
It's fairly common. We don't sound the same.
You don't sound the same. You don't have the same look at all. For different first names.
Bald. We are bald.
Yeah, but I've got a picture of you two. It's one of the proudest moments of the Sasso softball.
I after today, I might burn that picture.
And two completely different human beings, and it's lazy.
It's a bad job. I'm very proud of there's not much I'm proud of, guys. Like, I'm breaking down, as we know, the meniscus is shot. Who knows what's going to happen next? God willing, nothing. But I'm proud of the way my face looks at 46. I can't be compared to guys in their 60s. That's horrible. No disrespect. Hey, Conor McGregor has apparently turned over a new leaf, Don.
Okay.
Let's hear from him.
There is a higher power, God, that dictates my journey and all of our journeys. And I live my life by God's word. And since around that time that you mentioned at the last event, I've engaged on a spiritual journey. And I'm saved, I am healed. And on the back of that, the world is in for a treat. The world is in for a treat. My competitive spark that was once in my heart is now a roaring blaze. You know, I'm eager to get back. And right now I had to dial myself in and go inward. And that I've done. And I'm very, very excited to come back my own self.
Aren't you happy? After a lifetime of acting like basic garbage, Conor McGregor has found the Lord. No. And now it's going to help him become an even better fighter.
God bless. Me bless.
No, good luck to him.
Screw. Go scratch yourself.
Well, that was a drop. That wasn't me.
You're not saying that. You're not saying you don't believe. You believe in everybody's opportunity to start over again. I respect it. God bless.
You mean?
All right. You know what it's time for?
Want to clean something up, you guys? Who is this?
Let's get into your NFL announcer lineup for, good Lord, me bless. It's already week 8.
God bless. Me bless.
It's happening? Can't believe we're here already. Let's get this thing crack-a-lackin'. We start off Sunday, 1 o'clock, no 9 a.m. game this week. However, you would believe if this game were happening on a Wednesday or Thursday. It's the Miami Dolphins and the Atlanta Falcons. CBS, 1 o'clock, the great Kevin Harlan.
Oh, calamity!
He'll be joined by the great Trentarius Green.
Holy smokes.
And Melanie Collins.
This rivalry never disappoints. When you Derek, take me through that run.
I got to tell you, it's not a sexy slate this weekend, guys. It's
no.
The next game at 1 o'clock is the Bears against the Ravens. I love that, by the way. Ravens still 6.5-point favorites. Lamar's back. But let's not forget, this team couldn't stop anybody, even when Lamar was playing. I really don't think the Bears are bad, Don. This is a weird one. I considered taking the Bears late off. Ian Eagle on the call.
That's gotten ugly.
James Johnson Wyatt.
Big man pick.
Sorry, Watt, that is. J.J. Watt.
Did you call him Wyatt?
Yeah, I called him Wyatt.
J.J. Wyatt?
Yeah, no, I don't.
Let's not read into it.
On the sideline, Evan.
The lobby is bustling. There is an energy here.
Another sexy game. Boomer Esiason Bowl. The Boomer Bowl. The Jets and the Bengals. Don, for some reason, I believe he's a part of some sort of Don may be a part of some illegal gambling circle we don't know about. Why on earth is he taking the Jets? We'll never know. And by the way, this is one of those reverse games. This is one where even if Don gets it right, I say he got it wrong. I don't care if they cover. This is insane.
You're like the reverse. You'll do it again.
Yeah,
You'll criticize it again.
I'll criticize if he comes back. If the Jets win outright, I'll say Don was wrong. Spiro Dini's on the call on CBS.
My heart is always at the Jersey Shore.
He'll be joined by Adam Archuleta.
Adam Golden Archuleta.
And Aditi Kinkwabala.
Joe Flacco, do you ever age?
I hope not. And that's double appropriate. Because, of course, he'll be quarterbacking for the big-time Bengals. We stay at 1 o'clock. Another just bleh game. I considered the Niners in this one, too, Don. I think it's a good pick. Short, although it's an oddly short number. You would think right now with the direction the 49ers are going, they might be favored like 3 or 3.5 even in Houston. It's a short line, which maybe thinks...
Purdy.
True. But does their quarterback ever even matter? We don't know. And no Fred Warner either, but they've been pretty good. Kevin Kugler's on the call on Fox.
And it's caught! It's a touchdown!
He'll be joined by Daryl Johnson, a.k.a. and Allison Williams on the sideline. Just to recap so far what your Sunday looks like. And this speaks to the popularity of this game because it won't make a dent in the numbers. Everyone will still be watching. Dolphins, Falcons, Bears, Ravens, Jets, Bengals, Niners, Texans. Repugnant. And it continues at 1 o'clock on Fox. The Bills at the Panthers. Now, the Panthers and Bryce Young playing better ball than you would have expected, but there's no matchup here. You throw
Bryce
out the
Young's not going to play, it doesn't look like.
Exactly. Thank you, Don. Adam Amin on the call on Fox.
Now stands erect.
He'll be joined by Greg Ulrich.
I'm aggressive by nature.
And Pam Oliver.
I'm not dead yet.
No, you're far from dead.
Well, yeah, please.
She's probably in her early 50s. She's not Sid Rosenberg, for God's sake. We stay at 1 o'clock on Fox. Again, another game with just no... And I'm interested in what the Patriots are doing, obviously, but man, the matchups are just, there's no zhuzh. The Browns and the Pats. Chris Myers on the call.
Hi, I'm Chris Myers.
He'll be joined by Stink Schlereth.
Lick my fingers and touch it.
And Christina Pink.
Oh, yeah, the swagger is back.
They got the Pink and Stink back together, Don.
All right, finally.
The great national nightmare is over.
That's right.
Pink and Stink reunited, and it feels so good. We stay at 1 o'clock, and again, this is a fun matchup. It's an NFC East battle. You had to have thought a couple weeks ago this was not going to be very sexy. And it's your big-time national game. The Giants and the Eagles. 1 o'clock on Fox. Kevin Burkhardt.
Keith, these are definitely not pumpkins.
Tom Brady.
If I wanted to have fun, I was going to go to Disneyland with my kids.
Aaron Andrews.
Who was talking about you?
And Tom Rinaldi.
How spectacular and great is this?
So, of course, all eyes in New York on that game. Jackson Dart and Cam Scattaboo. And the New York Giants looking to do it again. And the question is, can that defense, Don, hold? Of course, they did a great job keeping Bo Nix and company under control for 3 quarters, but then the fourth quarter was like a Halloween movie. It was like a Rob Zombie nightmare, and they'll hope to avoid that against the Eagles on Sunday. 4:05. Oh, a clash in the NFC South like you dream about. The Bucks and the Saints. Kenny Albert on the call.
Short man with a long stick.
Yeah.
We've talked about that stick in the past.
He'll be joined by Jonathan and the lovely Megan O'Leary.
The Trophy Hall of Fame. Sick.
And here you go. Your 425er, a couple of classic franchises, Don, but not an incredibly sexy game. The Cowboys and the Broncos. A big horse battle. Jim Nantz on the call.
Hello, Fritz.
That means he'll be joined by Tony Romo.
Here we go, Jim.
And the great, sometimes underrated, Tracy Wolfson.
Are you kidding me?
Don is going right up against Alex Monaco, who loved the Broncos. You're going Cowboys?
Cowboys, that hook.
Liking the hook. I think it's an interesting moment for the Cowboys. This offense is so special. Seeing what they're capable of doing at Denver will be interesting. I still think the book is not written on what the Cowboys team will be this year. I think there's a world in which we are talking Cowboys wild card, especially the kind of season Dak's having.
Yes.
But their defense has to tighten up, of course. They looked better against my crappy Commanders last week.
They had a generational talent on defense, Peter. If only.
If only that's so up front.
Right.
By the way, is Trayvon Diggs back?
I did not see. Stephon Diggs is back.
What about
Tay Diggs as well.
What about Tay Diggs?
Yeah.
And what about Micah Parsons? He's still out? Yeah, I guess.
He's out of Dallas.
Yeah, all right. All right, another great clash, this time in the AFC South at 425. The Titans and Colts. Can you imagine if this had been the Jim Nantz vehicle? It would have been an error of the highest proportion. Andrew Catalon on the call, respectfully.
Adam Catalon on
Andrew. Damn it. He'll be joined by Charles Davis.
Joey Porter's getting away with being a little bit handsy early in this game.
Jason McCourty.
It's okay, Rondé.
And A.J. Ross.
Texans running back Joe Mixon dapping it up.
And we're already to Sunday Night Football. We're in the thick of bye season. 8:20 Sunday night, and here's the game we just talked about. The Green Bay Packers. I thought you were going to be riding with me, Don, when you said you were going up against Alex Monaco. I thought you were going to line up with me, and we were going to Thelma and Louise it with the Packers.
If I had to pick it, I would be with you.
Packers 2.5-point favorites at the Steelers. It's the Rogers Bowl. Sorry, Jets, you're out of the picture. No one even remembers you anymore. And it's the NBC Sunday Nighter with Mike Tirico on the call.
They still seem to resonate.
Tom, there are 3 teams.
Fresh off his big week of NBA basketball on NBC. And he'll be joined by the great Chris Collinsworth.
By next weekend, you will have a TikTok video. You got to put one down.
Melissa Stark on the sideline.
Oh, okay. Nothing like live television. I'm okay.
So we go to the Monday Nighter, Don, and
Sure.
this
Only
was,
one this week?
There's only one. Next week there's 5, though. It airs Monday through Wednesday. At the beginning of the year, I'll be honest, this looked like one of the sexiest games you could have put on the calendar. Now, Commanders get back Deebo Samuel and Terry McLaurin. However, they are down. Who is the... Oh, Jaden Daniels. Yes, they are out Jaden Daniels.
Yes. I want to forget that.
So the game's a little less... By the way, over-under time spent talked about Jaden Daniels during a game in which he's not playing. I'll put it at 20 minutes, Don. 20 minutes actual lifetime during the game. You going over-under?
Over. And I'll say, is it possible Daniels' name will be mentioned more than Mariota's?
Ooh, that's a good... I need someone to track that. That is a fantastic... how about this? Could Jaden Daniels be mentioned as much as Mahomes? Now it's Mahomes. So
yeah, that's tough. Now you flew too close to the sun on that.
Yeah, it's a tough one. How many shots of Jaden Daniels' mom? Will they have a shot of her in her house watching the game? Commanders 11.5-point dogs, but as I said, it is a bit of a different picture with a full week of practice for Mariota with the starting receivers. I actually think there's a chance we hang. It's so sad, Don. All my old friends, they're still so beaten up from being abused. And Jets fans, you understand this. They still just assume it's always like the Redskins of old and Snyder owns the team and we're going to lose by 100 on Monday Night Football. To which I'm like, I'm not scared. I don't know if I think we're going to win, but I don't think they'll be completely embarrassed.
No.
But I don't know,
they're
man.
Getting used to this the last couple of years of Mariota playing.
But by the way, Don, are the Chiefs really back? Are we going to have to deal with this?
I'm afraid so.
So if you were to pick right now, you don't think the last 2 weeks has been, I don't want to say an aberration, but maybe an overcorrection and they're going to fall somewhere in the middle. You think we are into full chiefsdom?
Well, who's gonna go to the Super Bowl besides them? But it looks Buffalo's a mess right now. Baltimore, no. Who? Pittsburgh? Indianapolis? Stop it.
It's another Chiefs Super Bowl.
They're going.
Don, would you lock it?
I'm close.
After Monday night, could you be willing to lock potentially?
Well, if you're not locking them, who you locking?
Oh, it's a disgusting thought. That'll do it for your NFL announcer lineup and ENN on this Friday evening. Don, we're going to send you off into the bowels of the rock.
There you go.
To be on the call. We will watch you on MSG Networks tonight. Devils, Sharks, have a great call.
I'll talk to you from Denver on Monday.
We will talk to you from Denver. When do you travel, by the way?
Right after the game.
Tonight?
No, after the game Sunday.
Oh, my. What time is the game Sunday?
1.
Oh, you got a weird football day.
Yeah.
All right. We'll talk, Don. We love you.
Love you.
All right, so here's the deal, guys. First of all, quick reminder for everyone playing ESPN New York Survivor. Make your pick before Sunday's 1 o'clock games to stay in the running for the $5,000 grand prize. Week 7 was a forgiving week. We only lost 37 players. There are 507 survivors, including Canty, Evan Cohen, Jake Asman as the surviving ESPN personalities. Follow along on the ESPN New York app powered by SplashSports.com. Of course, we do our picks on the Cover 5 app. I got to get in there and do my picks. How am I doing? I'm 5th. I've dropped. I was hanging at 2 there for a while in the Cover 5 standings. I'm now 5th of 149. I got to make my picks right now.
Yeah, if I had to guess, I'm the Commanders pick probably the last week. Probably did you?
I picked I didn't I?
Yeah, I think that's probably.
And I think they were a short. Were we a short favorite at Dallas?
Yes, and then you got smoked by Dallas. So.
Short favorite, and then because
what was it like 2.5, like 1.5?
I think the Commanders were a 1.5 point favorite, and they lost by 22. So that means I lost 23.5 points on that game alone. That's how they do things on Cover 5. If you want to check out the app, here's what I'm doing. It's 6:25. We have 30 minutes together on a Friday. The phone lines are open. The Knicks are on the table. All right? The Giants and Jets are absolutely on the table. Your NFL team that we never get to talk about, but that you just want a chance to get to wax poetic on. We can talk whoever your NFL team is. We'll put that on the table. How about this? We're a week out from Halloween. I'll put scary movies on the table because I think I'm going to watch Weapons tonight, guys. Anthony and I were discussing it earlier. It's on HBO tonight for the first time. Yeah, premiering on HBO. So I'm gonna get down with that. So whatever the subject is, we had a great last call crew the other day. All the topics, all on the table, 1-800-919-3776. And I'm going to jump in the chat right now on YouTube as well and check that out. Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg for another half hour on a Friday. Let's do it.
There are a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings. Lease a new 2025 Mazda CX-30 2.5S all-wheel drive for $159 for 33 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for details. VIN SM841631, MSRP $26,980, 0 security deposit, and 1031.25.
1 in every 6 men is likely to be diagnosed with prostate cancer in his lifetime. That's why New York Presbyterian wants to remind men over 50 to book a prostate cancer screening. A simple blood test is all it takes. It could save your life. Screenings are available across New York City and Westchester at locations near you. Schedule your annual prostate cancer screening today at nyp.org/cancer screening. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian.
From the regular season to the Super Bowl, ESPN New York is your destination for football. We've got crazy fans.
If the Giants somehow beat the Cowboys, I'm going to take a dump on your head.
You can feel good because you're a damn football team.
Expert analysis.
Marcus Spears joins us now. ESPN NFL analyst Damian Woody.
Mel Kiper Jr.
The Hall of Famer Steve Young.
He's kind of our resident general manager, Louis Riddick.
We got Mike Tannenbaum right now.
And all your fantasy and wagering needs. This is ESPN New York. We are football.
Looking for the best internet deal? It's just a fast phone call away. Only Optimum Fiber Internet delivers the fastest and most reliable fiber internet starting at just $40 a month. That's right, lightning fast fiber internet at a price that won't slow you down. Call 888-4OPTIMUM today to lock in your offer in just a few minutes and see how you can also get the Disney Plus Hulu bundle and an unlimited mobile line on us. Don't take slow for an answer. Call 888-4OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com today. Terms apply.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. At ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. That's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
Bet3.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in New Jersey. T&Cs apply.
Hey, it's Alan Hahn. Let me tell you about my friends at Bathfitter. They remodeled the bath by my pool. They converted a tub into a shower. The result is amazing. Bathfitter offers all types of custom bath renovations, including their unique PermaFit solution for a watertight fit. It's done in one day, easy to clean, and durable with no demo or mess, and it costs less than a standard replacement. Plus, a lifetime guarantee. Right now, you get no money down, no payments or interest until 2027. So start designing your bath today at bathfitter.com. There's only one Bathfitter.
DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA, is the place to bet on NBA stars this season. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code F&H. That's promo code F&H. Bet $5 and get 3 months of League Pass plus $300 in bonus bets if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas, pass-through of per-wager tax may apply in Illinois. 21 and over. Age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Restrictions apply. Bet must win to receive bonus bets which expire in 7 days. Minimum odds required. NBA League Pass auto renews until canceled. Additional terms at dkng.co/audio. Limited time offer.
No doubt. 1-800-919-3776. We are going to take your calls to close out this Friday evening. I also said I was going to get on the YouTube here and talk to the people. See what they're talking about in here on this Rosenberg vehicle. So we're going to talk. Adrian's in the house. Shout out to Adrian in the building. Oh, look, Ethan Goldstein showed up. The great Ethan Goldstein from before has joined us. Shout out to him. Alex Howley in the building for the Rosenberg vehicle. Enzo is here. Black Metronome, who's always in the building. Big up to him. All right, let's talk to people on the phones, though. And whatever the topic may be, 1-800-919-3776. Let's go to our guy, Jonathan in L.A. What up, Jonathan?
Hi, Peter.
Hi, Jonathan.
My guy. What's up, Peter? Bro, I seen your interview with Chris Van Vliet. I believe that's his name.
With who?
Hey, man, fire, bro. It's fire.
Chris Van Vliet.
Oh,
thank you.
Van Vliet. There you go. Yes. Hey, man, I seen it from. I'm a truck driver, so I seen it from start to finish, man. And Hey, man, it's pretty cool to be. I know a lot of people hate on you or talk about you, but it's pretty cool to be Peter Rosenberg. I'll tell you that, man. Great life, man.
That's nice for you to say, Jonathan. I sincerely received that and appreciate it. Thank you, man.
You got it, man. Well, I called in because I had a fraud question for Don. Because I'm gonna let you do it, Peter. I know my son. I'm gonna put it later on I'm put it later on for him. So look, we say over 100 times fraud in my household, my wife and my son. All right. Now, because obviously the Yankees are eliminated, my son and my wife think I'm a fraud because I'm gonna go for the Blue Jays. I really want. I'm telling you, man, it's horrible to live right here in L.A. knowing that I'm a diehard Yankee fan and I got to put it with all these Dodger fans, man. I at least want to see Don Mattingly at least get some sort of ring. Now, I want to tell you to tell my wife and my son that later they're going to be listening. Am I a fraud for that, Peter?
Well, no. Well, why would you, if you're not a Dodgers fan at all, and Donnie Baseball's in Toronto?
Yes.
I guess there are people out there who would say, well, you should hate Toronto more. But the thing is, it's a pick-em because some people hate Toronto more, some people hate the Dodgers more. But it's different for you because you live in L.A., so your hate for the Dodgers is probably a little higher.
Because they have given me so much
bad
stuff and everything. And I got to choose someone. It's just two teams. So
I get it.
That's the Blue Jays one.
Nah, you're not a fraud. You're not a fraud. Listen, I'm not the fraud arbiter, of course. That's Donald LaGreca. But I don't personally think, if you're a Los Angelino who loves the Yankees and hates the Dodgers, I think you root for the Blue Jays.
Who says you have to root for anybody?
He wants to.
Oh.
I mean, listen, I don't think so, because I think actually the real fraudulence, if people love baseball enough that they watch it, like you're not going to watch.
No.
As much as you, quote unquote, love baseball, you love the Yankees more than you love baseball. The Yankees are out. You're not watching.
I watch the other sports without my team in it. I don't really watch baseball without my team in it.
Exactly. I could see how if you love the sport enough, like, for example, Kansas City, Philadelphia, like last year, I felt like I'm in a root away. Now, when the game ended up happening, I felt differently, and I hated them both so much, it was really hard to pull for anyone at any point. But like I think people naturally do root for a team when they're watching, whether they want to admit it or not.
See, but I think that's where the fraud lies, because I think you should root for a good game more so than the team, like an individual team, especially a team that it's in your division, eliminated you from the playoffs. Like I don't.
True, that's hard.
That's not something you're supposed to be doing. Like, let's say, for instance, you're a Celtics fan. I mean, you did it last year.
Yeah, I did it easily.
During the Knicks
no
playoffs.
problem. I'm basically a Knicks fan now.
But
I'm a fraud.
But if I was to root for the Celtics, I would be a fraud because I'm a diehard Knicks fan.
No. If you're it's true. It's true.
We had a whiteboard Wednesday this week out there.
What did it say?
Yankee fans' nightmare. Who are you pulling for? Blue Jays or Dodgers? I wrote, and 7 people followed me, I believe it was, World Series canceled. That's what I'm rooting for.
Can I just overstate, though? Can I just state that I think it's overstated to say nightmare? The Blue Jays aren't the Red Sox.
It's not a nightmare. I just don't have an interest in rooting for either team.
The Blue Jays are like the Blue Jays are the Orioles. Maybe a bit more because they have better success against the Yankees, but I don't know.
Look, right now, anybody that beats the Yankees, no Yankee fan should like, because everybody rubs in their faces like it's nobody's business.
True.
It's not like, oh, we moved on, let's go.
No, people love it. They take it very. And by the way, and Toronto fans are nasty. Don't let their hey, I'm sorry, I just want to go to Tim Hortons and enjoy myself. Don't let their politeness fool you. When it comes to baseball, they get very, very nasty. Let's go to Spike in St. Pete. Hey, Spike, how you been, bud?
I'm doing good, man. I'm still alive, breathing heavily, and hoping that the Knicks can bring me home one more before my time's up. I think this is the best roster they've had in 50 years. But that's just my opinion. I'm a little flummoxed with what's going on tonight, and it's probably very inappropriate to bring this up on the heels of what happened yesterday and the civil case and the NBA. But I'm one that looks at betting lines, and both of my boys called me, and I said the Celtics should be 5-6-point favorites tonight, and underdogs tonight. And I looked at it's 3.5. Help me.
Talked about this earlier. I think it's just...
Okay, I'm sorry.
No, don't worry about it. It came up briefly. I said the same thing. I said, wouldn't you have believed it
what's
if it was 6.5?
Let me ask you a question. So I put the game on the other night, and it's 2 minutes to 7. It was an early game. And my boys gamble on basketball. They're obviously with the Knicks fans. And the older one says to me, the Knicks are dogs at home. I said, I don't think Cat's playing. And I see Cat playing, and he came up with a nice story about, he's the fans are not disappoint him, and he played with a quad thing. Fine, he played fine. The Knicks played. Anunoby was great, and Deuce was great. We know the Knicks have a good team, and they're deep. Well, Coach, Tom getting canned, I wasn't happy with, but I'll live with it. I just don't understand what's going on, why it's a 3-point game. And again, on the heels of what happened yesterday, I probably shouldn't have brought this up politically. But explain to me, you're a Celtic fan. They're missing 4 guys from last year. Tell me what's going on. I'm missing it.
No, I don't think you're missing it. I think that this team is in full-on rebuild. They got rid of pieces that we knew they would that wouldn't make sense to keep. Porzingis gone, Holiday gone, Al Horford gone, and this is who they are now. They are a team that is waiting. Now they're going to go hard every night, and Jaylen Brown's going to have some nights when he goes off, I'm sure, in his effort to try to save this thing, but we know what it is with the Celtics this year. By the way, speaking of going off, we didn't mention SGA once today, who had, I think, 55 last night. That guy's out of his friggin' gourd. But yeah, I think we know what it is with this Celtics team. This year is not happening, kids. And it was 55 for SGA, 55-8. Good Lord. 15 of 31 from the floor, 23 of 26 from the free throw line. He's very, very good. Yeah, the Celtics are going to be what the Celtics are. Now, that doesn't mean they won't play hard tonight, although I will tell you, if I were the type, and I'm not saying I am, but I'm not saying I'm not. If I wanted to dabble tonight.
Peter Rosenberg's hardwood pick of the night.
Not exactly what the old one was.
I don't like this hardwood song at all. This is Taylor Swift's Wood.
Now, by the way, Jacob and I having now listened to that song, I think we're more on your side about what it's about.
Oh, yeah. It's about what
we have now changed our opinion on that.
No, I'm telling you, the Taylor Swift heel turn is being completely undersold. You know what? That might be some hardwood later. Give me the Knicks. Give me the Knicks in the short 3.5 points. Yeah, the Celtics team is going to fight hard, and you never know. They could win tonight outright. But if the Knicks do what they should do, as much as you love Peyton Pritchard and Derek White and Jaylen Brown, there's not a ton of talent on the Celtics team. I think the Garden's going to be raucous. First Friday night of the year. Knicks cover the 3.5. That's where I'm going. Let's go to Javier in Queens, who's waiting to talk Knicks for a while. What up, Javi?
What's up, Peter? Thanks for taking the call. The cherry on top of Richard's call before was before you put him on, you said his last call was pretty good, guys. You guys
want to clean something up, you guys? Who is this?
That call, I feel like in radio history, is up there with Francesa falling asleep on air.
I know. Put it in the annals. Put it in the annals of radio history. It's legendary.
Amazing. All right. So listen, with the Knicks, what I want to say is, actually, even before the Knicks, like with the Jets, okay. You can be a jerk. You can't be 0-7 and be a jerk.
Agreed.
That's the only thing with Glenn.
100%.
And I got to give Ty Butler credit. He's been calling him out from the very, very beginning.
Whoa.
Yep.
I have been on the anti-Glenn's attitude since the first presser. Okay. Ty and I have been in lockstep, and I get it. He's a Jets fan. It hits harder. But just so you know, I was out from first presser. I said I'm making my unreasonable Rosenberg coach's prediction. It's not going to work. That I haven't been going as hard recently because it's almost like I don't want to beat him up too much. It's going so badly. But no, I'm with Ty. It's from the very beginning, he gave me nothing puts me off more than the unfounded tough guy football coach. I hate it. It is so lame. Like, sorry, drinking game, get your cup ready. Like, I'm sorry. If Dan Quinn and Aaron Glenn got into a fist fight, Dan Quinn would win. But he doesn't get up there and act like a tough guy every day. He acts like a player's coach who loves his players, doesn't give the media attitude. You know, he's been to a Super Bowl before. He's actually done something. I don't get why coaches think that's the approach. You have some other coaches throughout this league. I mean, I know Kyle Shanahan's no tough guy or player, certainly, but he's certainly successful, Javi, and he doesn't have an attitude. You nailed it. That is such a perfectly said point, Javier. You can't have an attitude, be a jerk, I think you said. You can't be a jerk and be 0-7. You have to pick. You can either be 0-7 and a gem, or you can be 7-0 and act however you want.
Right. Pick a struggle.
You got to pick a struggle. You can't have both. Guys, YouTube TV customers, listen up. You could lose ESPN and all the sports you love, including college football, college game day, Monday Night Football, the NBA, college basketball, and more. Take action. Go to keepmynetworks.com to keep ESPN. I got lines open. If you want to jump on right now on any subject, 1-800-919-3776. We got one more segment till the weekend right here. Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
Listen up, New York. It's football season, and you should be out there enjoying every play, every tailgate, every moment. But if you're dealing with neck pain, back pain, joint pain, or sciatica, even getting off the couch can feel like a challenge. That's where Dr. Jay Shaw at Sandwell Pain comes in. He's one of New Jersey's top pain specialists, Ivy League trained, double board certified, and dedicated to getting you back in the game. Here's the difference. No surgery, no scars, no long recovery, no pain medication. Just precise, non-surgical, image-guided procedures that get real results. Dr. Shaw treats everything from neck pain, back pain, migraines, nerve pain, and chronic joint pain. And he builds a custom game plan that's right for you. Same day or next day appointments are available with offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood. And yes, most major insurances are accepted. So don't let pain keep you on the sidelines this season. Go to SandwellPain.com to call, text, or book online. Relief is closer than you think, and it starts today.
Did you know women account for 2/3 of all Americans living with Alzheimer's and 2/3 of all Alzheimer's family caregivers? Join the Alzheimer's Foundation of America at its Women Empowerment Forum on November 5th in Amityville to learn practical ways women can reduce their risk for Alzheimer's and enhance quality of life for themselves and their loved ones living with Alzheimer's. For more information or to register, visit alzfdn.org or call 866-232-8484.
Dave Rosenberg here to tell you about my friends at Bath Fitter. Now, they converted my kids' bathtub to a shower and did an incredible, really an unbelievable job. They offer all types of custom bath renovations, including their unique PermaFit solution for a watertight fit done in just one day. Durable and easy to clean with no demo or mess and lower cost than a standard replacement. And a lifetime guarantee. Right now, no money down, no payments, no interest until 2027. So start designing your bath today like we did at bathfitter.com. There's only one bath fitter.
This October, the only thing scarier than missing the game is missing out on a brand new Kia. At Kia City of the Bronx, 3505 Connor Street is where the ghosts of old rides get traded in and new legends are born. They've got a monster lineup of new Kias that'll take you from tailgates to haunted houses in style. Visit KiaCity.com or call 646-917-7955. Don't get spooked, get moving. Kia City of the Bronx, where Halloween meets horsepower.
All your favorite NBA players are back, and DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA, is the place to bet on NBA stars this season. With more markets open for more of the game, DraftKings, the #1 sportsbook for live betting, is live when others aren't. New customers, bet just $5 and get 3 months of NBA League Pass. Plus, score $300 if your bet wins, paid in bonus bets. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code WHSQ. That's code WHSQ. Bet $5 and get 3 months of League Pass, plus get $300 in bonus bets if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. 21 and over. New York only. Eligibility and restrictions apply. Bet must win to receive bonus bets which expire in 7 days. Minimum odds required. NBA League Pass auto renews until canceled. Additional terms at dkng.co/audio. Limited time offer.
Just printed from the Erie Canal Press, the most coveted ticket, New York Lottery's $1 million raffle, hath arrived. 15 fortunate souls shall come into the fortune of a millionaire.
Translation, the $1 million raffle is here, and 15 winners are going to become millionaires. The New York Lottery commemorates 200 years of the Erie Canal with your best odds of winning $1 million. Limited tickets available. Ask your local retailer today. Please play responsibly. Must be 18 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
They say a full marathon is the ultimate test. For me, it's more than a race. It's a milestone I once thought impossible. Michelle Smallman here, and I'm running my very first marathon in New York City with the support of Gainbridge and Gainbridge Assists powered by Parity. Together, we're empowering girls and women through sports and education, with grants to 32 organizations in 21 states. Every step I take is for the finish line and for the next generation chasing their dreams. Here's to 26.2 miles and a future with no limits.
Harry Douglas here. Fellas, it's time to step up your grooming game. Manscaped just leveled up with the Lawnmower 5 and the Chairman Plus, two powerhouses built for unmatched precision, comfort, and control. Whether you're cleaning up before a night out, preparing for a big meeting, or getting ready for a game day, Manscaped has the tools to help you look and feel your absolute best. These aren't just old school clippers. They're engineered for modern men who take pride in their daily routine. So upgrade your grooming gear and experience the difference. And now you can find Manscaped products at your local Walmart.
All right, every line jammed up. Let's hit everybody we can on the way out here. Richard?
Peter, last year on Halloween it was 80 degrees, so don't give up hope on the hot weather coming back. I listen to everything, and I had the OKC game on Wednesday night. PJ Carlesimo is a fraud because the OKC fans were booing KD in the introduction. He's wondering why are they booing PJ? No good. Why are they booing KD? You know, he left the team.
Of course,
they should boo him. Daboll and Jackson Dart are together like Aaron Boone and Aaron Judge. No question about it. Those guys, they'll never be. Daboll will never go anywhere. Devils, if they win tonight.
Well, we love you, Richard. I tried. I'm not sure what to say. Anthony, we talked earlier about how when Richard called up, not only did a random person pick up the phone.
Want to clean something up, you guys? Who is this?
So not only did a strange person pick up, but Richard then became a DVR and repeated a point that he already made.
Well, what it is, and he told you guys this, and I'm surprised you guys don't remember. He's got his script. It's all written down. Now, he could just move on to the thing that he already did, but maybe he's got to finish the whole script. It's got to go, which is why he doesn't listen, which is why we don't respond, all these things.
But he called back.
Oh yeah.
And the note that you guys put, did you make up that note or did he say that? The note said, "I'm really sorry."
He apologized to me. Yeah, he said, "I'm really sorry."
Oh, so then Anthony wrote the note from Richard as, "I'm really sorry."
I didn't go past that because we already had our conversation. So I needed to do things.
I pick up the call. And he goes back even further. He rewound to the beginning of the call last time. He repeated 2 points he'd already gotten in. Richard, I love you. What on earth?
If Don was here.
Oh my.
That would have been it.
Jacob, you just walked. Jacob doesn't know what he just missed. I am.
Cheeseburger. No Coke, Pepsi. John Frenchie Fuqua.
I can't believe he did it again. I put him on the air, and he repeated the same things he's already said. Richard in Manhattan.
Hi, Richard.
No, never forget this one. This is the craziest.
Okay,
Richard,
so you see where I'm coming.
Richard, are you
Fellas, I only say this because I listen to everything on the radio.
Of course.
This is what keeps my mind going.
Richard.
Fellas, always a pleasure.
No, wait, Richard, before you run.
Richard.
I have all papers.
All right. Let's just talk to more people real quick. Butch in Brooklyn. What's up, Butch?
Hey, what's up, Pete? Big fan.
Thank
First
you,
time, long time.
Nice.
Just wanted to see what you thought about the new Mobb Deep Infinite album.
Love the Mobb Deep album. In fact, I was doing my Cheap Heat podcast today, which you can find tomorrow wherever you find podcasts if you don't have Sirius. And I was saying on there, I think if you include it as a posthumous album, because Prodigy's on the entire thing and obviously he's no longer with us, I think it's the greatest posthumous hip-hop album ever made. Now, I could argue, Butch, it's not really a posthumous album because it sounds like a lot of those songs were some version at least. But I think it sounds like prime vintage Mobb Deep. What do you think?
I agree. Sounds like vintage Mobb Deep. I heard they used some AI to help with the voice. I think it came out great.
It
really
came
good,
out.
Really good album.
Yo, shout out to Mobb Deep. Thank you for that, Butch. I love the Mobb Deep. If you have not spent time with it, if you're an old school hip hop fan, yes, there's a new Mobb Deep album, and it's amazing. Hirsch, I only have a few seconds. You've been a fan for 45 years of the Jets, and you're miserable.
Is that you, Peter?
Say it again.
Oh, you're there. I didn't know. I thought you
we're
were
here.
Reading about my. What's up, buddy boy? So, 45 years, been a fan of this disgusting organization, and as a group of diehard Jet fans, me and my buddies are the most damaged, but we're also gullible because we buy back in every single year, which is really a sickness. It's a mental illness that we buy back into this. But I do remember this summer when the text thread started happening with me and my fellow deranged Jet fan lunatics. They were like, "Oh my God, I love this presser. This guy's going to be fantastic." And I remember thinking, this doesn't feel right.
You're right.
It doesn't feel right to me. And now, Peter, what's happened is the bad treatment of the media is making me totally insane. But what's really making me insane, Peter, is the reflection of what's happened in Detroit. Now, let's remember, unless something happened that I didn't know, he was not the head coach of the Detroit Lions.
He was
Dan
not.
Campbell was, number one. Number two, when we needed him most as Lions fans, and I'm speaking for them right now, he came up empty. That defense sucked in the last game that he coached for them. So what is he talking about? I want to hear your take. Have a great weekend. I love you, buddy. Thank
Thank you,
much.
man. Great call, Hirsch. Listen, you're right. You've been deranged. Your friends are deranged. Don't know how they believed in Glenn in the first place. I'm always skeptical about the coordinator. Yes, it's great. You had a good unit for the most part. You're right. The Commanders crushed them in that playoff game offensively. But are you a leader of men? Can you really make it work? So far, no. Felicia, we have literally 20 seconds, but I love you, so I wanted to say hi. Hi, Felicia.
Oh, thank you so much. I just wanted to kind of just give a little shout out to the Islanders. I know Don's not there, so I know you probably didn't pay attention to the game, but I thought it was cool.
7 goals,
we don't usually score a bunch of goals, and we literally scored more goals than the Jets had points last weekend.
See?
So that made me kind of laugh, and it's just cool seeing we're not as boring as we used to be. So I'm kind of getting hyped for the season.
All right,
Thanks
Felicia,
a lot, Peter.
Thank you, Felicia. Ending the show now, but you're the best. We'll talk to you all Monday. Have a great weekend. Score a win this game day with Amazon Pickup, the MVP of package pickup. Need that new football jersey for the big matchup? With Amazon